That look like your best good riddance wave, Arthur?
Another heritage export from yours truly. London street names to Frankfurt. Old Gunter says they're going down a bomb with the Kraut youth.
Yeah, did you slip him the whole of that job lot you got from the council?
Job loss? Certainly not. A random selection, Raymond, from the tub of history that is London.
What do you reckon they do? Stick them on their walls?
Probably. As far as I'm concerned, they can do what they like with them once they've paid for them. I kept this back, though. The Germans tried to get Daly Street during the Blitz and failed. They're not going to get it now.
Here, don't tell me you got a taker for that lot.
Hey, look at this. Oi, come away from that. I've got plans for all that.
But it's ancient, Arthur. Came out of the art.
No, it didn't. And get your history right. Noah did not run a minicab firm. This is nearly new gear. Well, circa very recent. Now, come away. We've got things to do. So, in short, what I am doing here is building a team. Not just an ordinary team, anyone could do that. I want the A team, the best. That is what we are after here. Nothing less will do. You see, son, you have your ordinary businessman and your business visionary. You are in the company of one such. Now, I'm not ashamed to admit that in my role of business visionary, I gazed out on our great capital in all its architectural glory, barring one or two new bits. And I said to myself, just what is it this city needs?
The man's a nutter. He's a nutter.
Oh, yes, Barbara, isn't it? Oh, do sit down, my dear. Well, Barbara, what I'm looking for is a voice. Compris? Well, when my customers ring up, the first thing they hear is a voice. Yes? First impressions. In that suspended moment, that voice tells them everything about my business. Now, Barbara, are you that voice? Have you ever been to an interview before, Barbara? Next. Have you had any experience, my dear?
Oh, yeah, loads.
Well, no, I mean, with telephone exchanges, PBX, all that.
Ah, shows Wilson me, Governor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want any of that. Not while you're on the job. If you work for Arthur Dave,
Can you do something about Arthur?
Sorry, Dave. I've never been able to do anything about Arthur.
Right, you know I'm not a snob, but this is a membership club. We do have some standards. And Arthur is definitely lowering the tone.
What's your name, my dear?
Mary Patricia Mercedes O'Regan.
What?
Oh, Trish will do.
Trish.
T-R-I-S-H.
So, what's it all about then, Dave?
Well, apparently he's holding staff interviews.
Right, that's it then. I'll see you on Monday.
Right. I'll see you later.
See you later, love.
Ta-da.
See you, lads. Here, Chief, where's the bog?
Through the back, mate.
Don't write nothing on the walls.
Cheer up, Dave. Things are looking up.
Yeah, Dave was just saying that, weren't you, Dave?
Well, don't hang about, Dave. Wet the glassware. I'm about to propose a toast.
Oh, yeah? What to this time?
See that, Ray? Cynicism. That is why Dave is on that side of the bar and I'm over here with a fresh Havana. Cynicism has no place in the repertoire of a successful entrepreneur. You remember that, Ray, and you'll never be a barman. Gentlemen, you are privileged to be present at the inception of London's newest and brightest courier service.
You what?
You heard me, Dave. Gentlemen, I'll give you a toast. The Daily Post.
I just wondered where you got the idea from.
Where do flashes of genius originate? Ours not to know, Ray. Ours but to push on and harvest the reddies.
Yeah, but you've roped in some pretty tatty personnel, Arthur.
You should see the ones I turned down. Besides, Ray, never judge a book. That rabbit is the oldest surviving dispatch rider in London. He could go on mastermind. London streets, Chiswick to Bow, he'd knock them dead.
Yeah, but there's so many outfits around, Arthur. It's highly competitive.
Have I ever been known to shirk the cut and thrust, eh? Did Chippendale chicken out because he found the world was full of tables? Not a bit of it. He carved a niche for himself, a style all his own. Raymond, the metropolis may be buzzing with dispatch firms, but there will be only one Daily Post.
When you put it like that, Arthur, history says I've got to believe you.
Raymond, I had a dream. In this callous world of cowboys and tap merchants, selling us short, cocking it up, and generally not giving a monkeys, somewhere in all that, the business community is looking for a loyal carrier. Someone to whom they can entrust their innermost communications. And who is that loyal carrier?
Daily Post?
The very same. We will be Mercury personified, and probably just as cheap. You're bearing in mind the relevant inflation. And anyway, Mercury didn't have overheads, did he?
No! The Metropolitan Centre, you moron!
Right.
It's an industrial estate, not a bleeding hotel. Oh, what a dipstick.
Greenford, tell him Greenford.
I've told him, ain't I?
Well, tell him again up the A40 to the 4127 and round the back through the avenue.
Oh, it's like talking to a wall on wheels.
Don't bang, tune it.
Control to Foxy. Control
Daily
to
into Europe,
Foxy.
Communications Division, Managing Director speaking.
POB. Where are
Oh, Gunter, you've taken receipt of our heritage package, have you?
you? Then drop down to Chelsea Arm.
The street names, Gunter, street names. Strassenarmer. Why, what's wrong with them? No, they are all bona fide London street names. No, they're not Pall Mall or Carnaby Street. They can't all say that, can they? I mean, they only minted a few of them.
Call in with your POB.
No, Gunter, what you have got there is a slice of history rarely glimpsed by your average tourist.
Oh, you Wally.
Unknown? There's no such thing as an unknown London street name. Where is Stanhope Gardens N8?
Runs right off Green Lanes. Looks like it's going to the hospital, but it's a dead end.
Gunter, history happened in these places. What happened in Willoughby Road, N8?
That's where Midge pranged his Suzuki.
Gunter, are you trying to tell me you have never heard of the siege of Willoughby Road, North 8? Well, it was in all the papers at the time. No, Gunter, that is not even halfway reasonable. Gunter, I would not do it. Hello, Gunter. Churchill was right.
Trying to make a bit of a Neville Chamberlain out of you, is he?
You may be the oldest surviving dispatch rider in London, but this is the inner sanctum where only the favoured few may tread. Get my drift, Rabbit? Right then, hop it.
Then try again. There must be someone in there expecting it.
Good morning to you, sir. I wonder if I could interest you in a very special service.
The Daily what?
After all, Mr. Morley, how often are police vehicles out on mundane pursuits while a crime wave splashes all over us regardless? I mean, take the other day, for instance. I couldn't help noticing a police transit van stopping outside Sergeant Belmont's gaff. And what came out the back? A dozen of our uniformed finest? Nah. A flash new gas cooker with a see-through oven and an eye-level grill. Now, you know me, Mr. Morley. I am not one to carp about the misuse of police resources. But surely there is a role for the private sector here.
You know what, Field? If they handed out Oscars for pure bloody cheek,
You wouldn't be able to move in Arthur Daly's lockup.
I mean, think about it, Mr. Morley. How often have you had bikes and cars tied up ferrying paperwork from the Nick to some court or other?
Now listen, Daly. If you think I'm going to entrust vital police evidence to you, anyone employed by you, or anyone who's ever even heard of you, you've got another think coming.
Oh. There's no helping some people.
Greenford, you trash head! What you doing in bloody Guildford?
Oh, he ain't in Guildford.
He bloody is!
know, that's what the Daily Post has to offer. As you can see, our rates are very competitive.
You mean the same as everyone else?
Well, we have a flat rate for the West End and City, and then a carefully worked-out rise for each postal area beyond the centre.
Just like everyone else?
Yeah. Yeah, and for a few select clients, like yourself, we have a special introductory offer. No waiting time charge for the first 2 months, and a 10% discount on your first month's bill.
You're on. We'll give you a try.
Yeah?
Why not? We've tried everyone else in London. You can't be any worse than the outfit we're using. They all screw up sooner or later.
We won't.
You will. Well, let's not fall out about that now. Now, most of the work involves these. Running them across town to photographers or over to the magazines and back, you know.
Right. Well, then, here's your kit to start with. This has got rates, numbers to call, all of that. Great.
First account.
What? No. We're just really busy. Yep, a really busy firm, you know. Yeah. I'd like to start somewhere, so why not start with you?
Hey, she's not in. Hey! Hey! Look, I've told you over and over, there's no problem. Miss Kay will send it to you.
Yeah, but when?
When she gets back, that's when. Look, it's being dealt with. Will you now please go away?
Now, you listen to me.
It's all right. We know there's just some confusion. Look, it's being dealt with, all right? Now, will you please go?
I'm not leaving here without it.
Boy, pal, you heard what the lady said. Go.
Here, we lost Foxy.
Eh? I didn't know we had a Foxy.
We did have, but we lost him again. It's your east-west signal, mate.
Control to Foxy! Come in, you deaf Wally!
With a voice like that, it beats me why we need a radio at all.
It's your beam, see? Now, 'cause we bounce off the Highgate transmitter, they can all pick up your north-south signal.
This equipment's crap!
But when you get into an east-west street with the high buildings, forget it.
Can you hear me?
Don't forget Foxy.
You mean I paid out all this money for a signal that won't go round corners? What is happening to science in this country?
You're in about.
What?
It's the Warnock brothers, Ralphie and Keith.
Fill me in, I'm not conversing.
They run most of the courier firms this side of town, among other things.
What else they run?
Most of the girls I went to school with.
For starters.
You must be the legendary Arthur Daly. Heard so many stories. Feel like I know you.
Same goes. I feel I know you, Keith.
Ralphie. Keith. Well.
Well?
Well, come on in, Arthur. Put the kettle on.
You mean you didn't recognise him? He's with her all the time. Chat shows, photo sessions, interviews.
Him and June Granger. She's old enough to be his mother.
Yeah, we call him Toy Boy number 4.
Cheers.
His name's Jamie Conway. He's mad about her, though, really obsessed.
So what's his problem with you?
Well, before she became the big Hollywood success, she was a model. We represented her. Great body. Well, apparently, she did a portfolio of nude pictures a few years ago.
And now he's after him.
He's paranoid the papers will get hold of them and tarnish her wonderful image. Laura said she'd send them back, but then she went off on holiday and forgot all about it. I don't know where they are.
Well, when you find them...
We'll send them straight to June Granger and get rid of the maniac Toy Boy. Laura's due back tomorrow.
Look, if you need any help in between time...
I've wasted enough of your time already.
Well, no. No, you haven't, actually.
But we're not as big as we used to be. Nowhere near. Amalgamated 2 of the biker outfits, let another one drift. We're not pushing hard on the dispatch front.
We're diversifying.
Not knocking on mine. I had a good little earners. But you need the right punters.
Media, Arthur.
Yeah.
Media?
Video production, publishing, ad agencies, art studios, photographic printing, all that sort of thing.
Oh, thanks very much, Keith. That's very helpful.
No skin off our noses, Arthur. Any help you need, give us a bell. Happy to get you started. In fact, Here's a few names to chase up.
Oh, tell 'em.
They got the hump with us for some reason. Probably looking for a change. See, that's the nature of the business, Arthur.
What, people always looking for a change?
No, people always getting the hump with you.
And if you need an extra van urgent, just ring us. We'll have one over here.
And if we need an extra bike or two, we bill you, you get the job. That way, your punter's always happy, and we all got the business. That's how it works, Arthur.
That's the nature of the business.
Same right across London. It all looks highly competitive on the surface, but one half owns the other half, and we all work for each other.
That's the nature of the business.
Hey, you can see why he's a legend.
Well, what do you fancy?
Whatever you want. Send me a place.
Look, Ray, is this really necessary? I only suggested a bit to eat.
Yeah, but look at the places you suggested. I can't go like this.
It only take 2 minutes.
How about that for an offer?
Come in, come in. Look, I'll only be a sec. Just want to get out of this collar and tie. Been in it all day.
So, this is how today's modern sales rep lives.
Look, I'm not really a sales rep.
Well, now he tells me. Lures me into his flat, takes off his jacket, then tells me he's not what he pretended to be.
No, I'm really a minder. So you can feel quite safe with me.
Nice one.
The bed's clear.
Here, hang about. Oh, there you are, Ray.
What is all this about? How come I've got bikers coming out of my bedroom? This is my flat, Arthur.
Yeah, of course it is, Ray, of course it is. But for the moment, it's also the Daily Post overnight security archive.
You what?
I was going to take a room above that kebab place, but the grease floats up through the ceiling, something rotten, and all the mail would have got blotchy. It's only for a short time.
You bet it is. Just as soon as I get it out of here and back in your motor.
No, Raymond, you're talking about our bread and butter. We expand and survive. We change and profit. It's the nature of the business, Raymond. And we offer storage as well. We open up all sorts of new worlds.
Well, it ain't opening up in my bedroom.
I think I'll leave you two to slug it out.
Eh?
Sorry, Ray, I'm pushed for time already. I'll grab a quick salad at the veggie. Bye, Ray.
Raymond, say goodbye to the lady.
Here, Susie, wait a minute.
Parcels.
Well, if you didn't do it, who the bloody hell did? Not me. OK, Roger. Bloody bikers. Minicab wasn't like this. We never had a bloody passenger go missing in a minicab.
Yeah, well, parcels do is a known fact. 1 in 32, I think it is.
You better tell him. Go on, tell Thatcher's uncle he's got a dissatisfied customer. Claims we picked up, but we didn't deliver.
I ain't telling him. Look, hang about. I'll go through these job sheets again. You get on the blower, and this time ask them straight. Who picked up from Laura Clay Models yesterday?
Otto, you sure you can't do something with them? I think they'd be a grabber with Austrian youth.
I wonder if you could help.
Well, we'll search through. You'll probably find a Vienna Avenue or a Prague Place or something.
What exactly did he look like?
Oh, is it? Well, the bottom line is you sign for them. Hey, why not? Well, Gunter must have signed for them then. It's down to him. No, that is not possible. They cannot still be in transit. But, Otto?
Control to all bikes. Rattle your brains a bit, OK? Somebody picked up, so somebody must have delivered.
Ralphie, Keith.
Arthur. Lovely.
Magic.
How goes it, Arthur?
Sweet as a nut, lads. Building up a very healthy client base, and your dissatisfieds are keeping us very busy.
Got a few more of those for you, Arthur.
Ooh.
Busy outfit, very good payers. Shame they got the hump with us. Claim there was a breakage. Bit exaggerated, really.
Something got a bit dropped.
40 packaging, of course, but you can't tell them.
Nature of the business.
Well, think, you plonker, think! Who the hell did you deliver it to? The customer wants to know, and she wants to know now!
If she ever gets the hump, Arthur, you know which way to pass her.
Engage your brain!
Good God, it's true. People are actually trusting Daly with their mail.
We're like posting things into a black hole. The Brothers Warnock.
Same again, Dave, please.
Coming up, Ray. Here, Ray, are you? Don't want to speak out of turn, but I thought that courier business of Arthur's was straight.
It is, Dave. Why?
Just that I've heard some ugly whispers concerning Arthur and the company he's keeping these days.
Must be the opposition, Dave. We couldn't be doing better.
Well, the word is Arthur is working for some very iffy people. You sure there's nothing dodgy?
Everything's fine. Business couldn't be better.
Now, that business, it wouldn't have nothing to do with the Warnock brothers, would it?
Well, yeah. They supply most of Arthur's clients.
You're his minder, Ray. You're supposed to look after him.
Stick another half in there, Dave.
Busy little outfit.
Look, I don't think you've grasped my drift. I have an arrangement with the bank. You take your wages checks along there and they cash them. I cannot and I will not write out a cheque saying pay Rabbit. I want all your real names.
I don't believe it. I don't believe he said that. 15 years in a dispatch business, and that's the first time that anybody's asked me for my real name.
Well, out of order.
Get over there.
A word, Arthur.
I'll make sure it's the right word. I've been having a terrible morning.
I've been checking this client list. It's iffy, Arthur.
There is nothing wrong with my client base. I've been handed some very choice punters. We've been run off our feet in the last couple of days. You'd have noticed if you hadn't been off adding females to your collection.
Here, Governor.
And have you seen our security archives?
Sorted it out.
Have I seen it? I've been trying to live in it. Arthur, if I'd wanted a gaff like that, I'd have rented out a British Rail sorting van.
All right, Ray, all right. Look, if a business is to be successful, sacrifices have got to be made.
Why is it always me? And there's a difference between sacrifice and exploitation.
Now, look, don't start getting all political. It's only a few parcels.
Oh, it's more than that.
Midge's mum's got a bank account. If you put the money in there, I'm sure we'll be able to sort.
Arthur, some of these people don't exist. It's true, I've been there. Goldleaf Productions is an empty office. So are they, and they, and these two are bloody box numbers in King's Cross.
So? Raymond, who are we to judge our paying punters? A man has a divine right to organise his business how he pleases and from where he pleases.
OK, then. At the end of the month, where are you going to send the bill?
You leave the bill in to me. They owe me, I'll find them. These people come to me with assurances and guarantees. They're highly recommended. And they're a lot less trouble than the ones you dug up.
Eh?
This model madam of yours, the Laura Kay woman. You think she never lost a parcel before in her life?
Arthur, you haven't.
Well, of course we haven't. It's been misfiled in transit. It'll turn up. I'm optimistic.
Oi, Mr. Daly. It's her again.
Ah, look, see. Now she's getting hysterical. I told you to keep away from the media. Well, go on. She's your client. Go and stall her. Calm her down so we can have another look round. Well, go on.
The Warnocks and Daly. Daly and the Warnocks.
Sounds like a really naff band, doesn't it? You know, the sort that top the bill down. Well, I mean, the obvious connection is they're all in the dispatch biz.
You all know dispatch is just a front for the Warnocks. They're into illegal gambling, ticket outs, God knows what else. I'd dearly like to know what they're up to.
Hey, look, I'm coming to pacify your boss, but I think I'd better start with you first.
No, Ray, I think you better start with her. Come on.
Tell me where it is! You again? Just stay out of it, all right? It's not your business. So just stay right out of it. Only ask the women, or will I do, eh?
Don't hit him, Ray.
No, please. No violence here. It's all right. He's just a nuisance. I've told him what he wants is not here. Just please make him go away.
Get out. Come on, get out.
Look, I know this is none of my business, but...
That's right, it isn't. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have a little tidying up to do.
Well, if there's anything I can do...
Susan, show this young man out, will you?
Come on.
Yeah, I told you to bill me if that little creep came back. What's she still bugging her for? I thought she'd give him the portfolio.
She tried to.
So what's the problem?
The problem, dear Raymond, is that she didn't hand it to him personally. The problem is that we handed it to the Daily Post, who promptly lost it.
Misfiled in transit.
What?
Well, it's the nature of the business. Yeah, does that nutter know who had it last?
Well, he does now. We just told him.
That means he'd be chasing after Arthur.
What's your game?
Hey, Dave, you seen Arthur?
Ain't been in today, right? You can leave a message if you... Talking to myself.
Look, you can't do that. That's against the law. You are tampering with Her Majesty's mail.
Shut it. You're a private carrier.
This is Royal Mail in all but name. Look, this is all storage. What you're looking for is in transit.
Are you with the press? Is that it? Eh? Someone waved a checkbook at you, eh?
If I should be so lucky.
Do you know June Granger, eh?
No, not personally.
She is a totally unique person. She has a life force that is very, very special.
Her indoors speaks very highly.
June is very spiritual. Psychic, some days. Do you know what she's done for me, dear?
No.
No one does. They don't know her. She's very powerful. She's much bigger than any part she plays. It's not acting, you see. Metamorphosis. They try to keep her small, you know, but they can't. And they'll try to cheapen her. But not while I'm around. So they mustn't see those pictures. I want that portfolio. And if you don't find it sharpish, I'll bounce you off the walls until... Who's that?
Oh, there'll be some security people come for their mail.
Well, get rid of them.
Wait!
I said, get rid of them. Come on, you're full of nothing but black. Use it. Get rid of them.
Good afternoon. I wonder if you could spare just 10 minutes to talk about the Bible.
What?
We find that lots of people want to talk about God, but they're just too embarrassed.
Embarrassed? Me?
Would you like to talk about God?
Come in, come in.
May it become healing to your navel and refreshment to your bones. Honor Jehovah with your valuable things and with the first fruits of all your produce. Then your stores of supply will be filled with plenty, and with new wine your own press vats will overflow.
Wonderful. Wonderful. One doesn't hear words like that often enough. Brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? Read on, my son.
Really? Are you sure? Not often I get to read 5 or 6 passages.
Do you have a copy of the Bible here?
Well, this is my nephew's gaff, but I'm sure he got one around somewhere. He's a good lad. Please continue. It's not often one gets a chance to chew the theological fat, so to speak.
We do have a lot of other people to call on.
On the other hand, it's nice to find someone who wants to hear the word of God.
Some days, I can't get enough of it.
Now,
Where's Arthur?
He's at the security archives looking for that sodding parcel.
Well, when was that?
A couple of hours ago.
Hang about. Oi! There's a geezer in Rotterdam going on about London street names. Can you sort him out?
No.
Look how many there are, Field. There's bloody hundreds of them. Operating all over London. I've never looked at it like this before.
Like what?
Well, I mean, they're everywhere. Picking up, dropping off. You can't drive up the West End without them buzzing up your inside and cutting you up. Going up the Tottenham Court Road, they're practically doing wheelies over your bonnet.
Yeah, I know.
Distribution, Phil. Think about it. All strung together, this is an unchecked distribution network.
But for what?
Anything. Absolutely anything. Interesting. Yes?
Yeah. Sarge, you know this York Street number. Can I pass it on to Hobart only on?
Medium interesting?
Again, I truly say to you, if two of you on Earth agree concerning anything of importance that they should request, it will take place for them due to my Father in heaven.
Quite right. A deal's a deal.
For where there are 2 or 3 gathered together in my name, there I am in their midst.
Amen. I must say, you do read a treat. I could listen to you reading all day.
But we do have other people to see, Colin. Are you sure you have a Bible?
Yeah.
I don't see one around because we do actually supply the book. As you can see, it is a quality hardback, sturdy but very light, and we pass them on for £8.
Pass them on? You mean you sell them?
Well, yes, but then £8 is nothing.
Yeah,
when
hold up, £8? I think I got some of these in the lockup. New World Translation, yeah. I bought a job lot. You could have them for a nice price. Flood damaged. I thought that was a nice authentic touch. Yeah, monkey, and they're yours. That works out at £1.50 a throw.
£1.50?
I really think we should be going, Colin.
No, don't rush. There are things here to be talked about.
You heard them, they've got people to see.
Well, to be honest, my voice is starting to go off.
No. You must think I'm terrible. I never offered you tea. Put the kettle on, would you? Now, you sit down. You sit down and make yourself nice and comfy. That's it, just there. And I will read to you. And the Lord said to Noah, get a boat. Oh, thank God for that. I thought you were never going to get here.
You still looking for something?
Oh, Raymond. It's mixed company here. These are men of God.
It's all right. Well, we're just leaving.
Yes, that's right, yes.
No, we have some unfinished business, Colin.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, look, I'll give you my card, and if you change your mind about the Bibles, give me a bell. See the mess he's made in there.
Stay.
You heard what he said. Oi!
Knew I could rely on you, Arthur.
He got by on my blind side. We got a problem there, Ray.
We've got more than one, Arthur. Come and have a butcher's at this.
I'm rapidly going off the dispatch business.
Well, you wait till you cop this little lot.
One niggling problem after another. Hysterical customers, dodgy signals, lost goods, and a staff who won't even tell you who they are.
Look, Arthur, tickets for the next Manchester United home game. All the main stand, all the same block of seats. Well, it's forgeries, Arthur. Bent tickets.
Hey?
Also the year show, next Prince concert, Wembley Cup finals, big fights. Oh, lottery tickets. Arthur, you're the biggest mover of bent tickets in London. And that's just for starters. Gold Leaf Productions certainly know how to produce. Have a look at them.
Driving licenses.
Looks like you've been banging them out quicker than Swansea, Arthur.
Oh, my God.
I mean, we have to examine these things, don't we? I mean, a man has to follow his hunches sometimes. We have to. I mean, what would the job be if we just... What is he up to? Aren't you even curious?
Well, listen, no, Sarge. It's just that I can't get over enthusiastic. Well, especially in the absence of any... Well, anything, really. You see, I look at it like this, Sarge. Dispatch is a dodgy business. Outfits set up and fold all the time. Everyone knows it's a moonlighter's game. The revenue are going spare, chasing after a load of overnight cowboys and bikers working under false names. But Daly won't last, Sarge. So, just think of it as a self-solving problem.
Debbie, can you get me the Inland Revenue Office for the district NW10?
Those punters the Warnock brothers slipped you have turned out choice, ain't they?
That's what comes of doing business with strangers, people whose fathers you haven't played snooker with.
I've got some more good news for you, Arthur.
What?
You've been fencing as well. This stuff has to be... Hey, how long was it supposed to be stored here?
1 month with a negotiable half-price extension.
Great, so it all sits here cooling down in my bedroom. Well done, Arthur.
All right. It's all very well being Sherlock after the event. Where were you at the time? Prancing around with a load of models. I think a swift exit from the dispatch business is in order. I distinctly feel a liquidation coming on.
Right, but it doesn't solve this problem, does it? I reckon you ought to turn the Warnocks in.
I will not do that, Raymond. I am not a grass, and I have never been one.
Arthur, they stitched you up. They gave you every bent punter they had.
I'm sorry, Raymond. I will turn my hand to many things, but blowing a whistle is not one of them.
All right, then. Let me handle this. Come on, you go home.
Yeah, all right.
And in the morning, get down the lockup first thing and sort out those...
Raymond. Don't tell me how to liquidate. Do I tell you how to breathe?
Notice? What the bloody hell do you call that?
A favour, my dear. Still gives you plenty of time to go shopping. Get these logos off, boys.
Bloody unemployed! Again!
Never mind, my dear. I expect the job market is savouring your arrival.
Oh, yeah.
Any of you want references, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be on headed paper, of course. We didn't have time to get any printed. Let's have the bag, boy. Yeah. All the satchels off, too. How's it going?
Great. Just one last job.
One last job?
Here, Rabbit. Over here.
Look, these outfits, you can't be picking up from the offices because they don't exist. So where are the pickup points for this lot?
It's a print shop and he's free.
Where?
Down Bow Common Lane, across the lights at St Paul's Way, right into Thomas Street.
Now, look, you're going to have to show me. Come on.
All right. Arthur, you wait here.
What's happening?
I'll ring you later.
That's it, left here.
Down here, there.
Now bang a right, just past these pallets down here.
Down the bottom?
Yeah. Here. Just next one.
You sure about this, Rabbit?
Ah, it's all right.
You sure this is it?
Of course I'm sure. Down Bow Common Lane, cross the lights
Yeah,
of
all
St
right,
Paul.
all right. Who else is on this estate?
There's a baker's in Unit 6. Electronics geezer next door. Little mail order firm down the end.
Hey, that's it. Mail order, that's the one.
Now go to reception. I said reception, all right? Here, Julie, get out the phone book.
I'll call you back when I'm POV.
Make sure you do that, Kate.
Okay, W.
To bikes in Soho
Yeah.
West 1. Okay, control
No,
to
actually, you've come
Terry
through on the
2.
wrong extension.
Control
This
to
is the
Terry
office,
2.
not
Are you
control.
free yet?
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Hang on. Stay there.
We've got a van for him. Cash job.
Okay, Terry, go to Matthews and Mather in Highbury Lane. They've got a red star.
Yeah, go on,
job
give me the
to
details.
Waterloo.
Yeah, the us to you mail order. Yeah, well, the van's packed up. We've got a customer screaming. You know how it is. So we're parked outside. Yeah, there'll be someone to help him load it up and he'll get the delivery details then. So what do you reckon, 15, 20 minutes? Lovely, mate. Safe, yeah. You got me out of jail. Yeah, cheers. Bye.
I don't get it. I mean, I don't see where all this is going, man.
It's going straight down to Thomas Road, left into Bow Common. Hello, Arthur?
Now, just a minute, Ray. Where are you? Where? What you doing there? Hey? You want me to go where? Look, I can't go look. Ray, I can't. Hello, Ray. Ray.
Hold up, he's here. Come on, Rabbit, it's spot loading to be done. Hey, by the way, there's no chance you'll know this geezer, is there?
RKW, do.
Get yourself in there and keep your head down. Oh, you saved me life, mate.
There you go.
Great. This is just a quick cash job for mirror print.
I thought it was us to you, my lord.
Oh, who said that? You can see why he's not the controller in there, can't you?
Going to?
Here, mate.
Public Security Archive.
Yeah.
Well, not me.
Sprouting up all the time. Nature of the business. You had far to come?
Just round the corner.
There you go. Have that. Forget the change. You just make sure you use that contact name or they won't accept. You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oi, you sure this is straight?
Not yet, but it will be.
Oh, this looks a bit cheeky, Raymond.
Morley? What? What public security archive? You sure it's me once? Hang on. Dispatch driver. RKW dispatch. Now you hang on to him there. I'll be right down.
That's the Warnock brothers.
I wonder how long it will take him to realise what he's got.
Oh, tickets.
I'll tell you what. I'll bet you a tenner Morley doesn't even twig.
OK, you're on.
We've got concerts here. Raffle tickets, football tickets. Sarge, these tickets for the Man United game. They're all for the same block of seats. And stand.
There must
It's
be
got to be
forgeries.
forgeries.
I think you owe me a tenner.
So where's all this come from, then? Mirror print, Gladstone Trading Estate.
Mirror print? That's Ralphie and Keith's place, remember? We traced that Wimbledon ticket scan back to there.
So all this has come from the Warnock's own print shop, all the way here, in the Warnock's very own van?
Yeah.
Well, you can nick him for starters.
Hey, leave me out of it.
Thank you, God.
No, Mr. Morley. We're over here. Well, you got to give it to him. He does get there in the end. And don't forget you owe me a tenner.
What do you mean, oh, you a tenner?
Oh, I won the bet.
What are you talking about, you won the bet?
Of course I did.
I won the bet. I was
No,
right
you
about
did. Hey,
the morning.
what are you going to do about the van?
Well, don't change the subject. I'll pick it up later. Now, I won the tenner.
No. I said, I'll bet you a tenner he doesn't twig.
That's right.
Yeah, and he didn't.
Yeah, but Morning did.
No, he didn't. Now, this looks ugly. I recognise that little lot.
They're looking a bit travel sick, Arthur.
What? Look at that. Nobody signed for them. London, Frankfurt, Innsbruck, Rotterdam here. All down to me. A right Euro stitch-up. See, that's a problem, Ray, we're going into Europe. Your average businessman doesn't realise. It's full of foreigners with no sense of fair play. I mean, what am I going to do with all that junk?
Heritage package, Arthur.
A lucky dip from the tub of history that is London.
Of course. Where do you get it from?
Excuse me. Mr. Marks, Inland Revenue. I'm looking for a Mr. Arthur Daly.
Well, there's no need for you to be looking for me. I'm fully documented and papered up to the end of the century.
Mr. Daly, I've been handed information that suggests you're running a dispatch service with several freelance operatives.
Where?
Well, from these premises. Or so I'm given to understand.
No, there's no dispatch going on here.
Or as Nelson might have said, I see no motorbikes. You've been misinformed and misdirected. Daily into Europe, currently stinging at the hands of the foreign hordes. Take my advice, ignore anonymous phone calls.
Oh, it wasn't at all anonymous.
Oh, in that case, a few choice words are in order. You've been... No, this way, Mr. Marks, you'll find it easier. You've been stitched up. That is not a nice feeling at all. Down there. Yeah, lock up the office, would you, Raymond? Yeah, no, this way, Mr. Marks. I was stitched up once, I'll never forget it. I think it was in the 50s.
Well, I apologise for the intrusion.
Oh, no need to apologise. Knock it off my next assessment. Can I give you a lift somewhere?
No, it's all right. They issue me with a bus pass.
Well, as long as they're looking after you.
You ready then?
More than. I need a break from this place. It's starting to cost me. Come on.
Never mind, Arthur. It's a chance to recoup.
What?
Jim's Ranger portfolio. Slipped down the side of me bed.
Told you. Misfiled in transit. Is it worth something?
Highly negotiable, I should think.
Highly negotiable. Story of my life. Oh, I better take care of him then. Give him here.
Oh, no. I'm going to give them back to Susie personally.
I distinctly heard you say the word recoup.
Well, there's different kinds of recoupment.
Ray, those photographs belong to me. Property of the Daily Post.
Afraid not, Arthur. You went in a liquidation, remember? But, Arthur, it's the nature of the business.
Arthur, Ray.
Mel.
I was beginning to get a bit anxious.
You were born anxious, Mel. I told you I wouldn't let you down.
Well, I know, but being association secretary is no bed of roses. So much to think of, so much to organise.
Must be tough at the top, Mel.
Yes, Ray, indeed it is. Arthur, could I have a quiet, discreet word with you?
Yeah, certainly, Mel. Ray, see if you can find our table and large vodka.
Right. Tonight's agenda, Arthur.
No trouble. Immediately after dinner, I introduce Billy Mortimer. Then when he's finished entertaining us, I draw the raffle.
Yes. Now that's what I want to speak to you about. Billy Mortimer's going to win the raffle.
I didn't know you were clairvoyant, Mel.
Now that's Billy's winning ticket. That's the one I want you to draw out of the hat.
A bent raffle? Is nothing sacred.
Look, Arthur, that's the only way you get someone like Billy Mortimer to be guest speaker.
Has he got a thing about winning raffles?
He's got a thing about not paying tax. He wins the raffle, that's £500 cash prize. If it goes through the books, he'll be looking to collect £1,000.
Well, I'm all for people having a pot at inland revenue, but this is highly irregular.
Don't worry, Arthur, it's all above board. It was agreed by the committee.
Oh, all right.
So I said, if you think I'm going to honour the warranty when you've driven the car over a ploughed field and into the river, you've got another thing coming.
Quite right, too. Bloody cheek.
It's nice to see Arthur relaxing, Raymond. It's good for him to forget about work for a few hours.
Arthur, good to see you.
Johnny.
Where's Mrs. Daly?
Oh, sadly she couldn't come. Allergic to heights.
To heights, Arthur?
We're on the second floor. Listen, I've got that Capri you wanted. I can let you have it for 500 off list price.
Right, done, Arthur. I'll collect it tomorrow.
Sid, just a man. How do you feel about a grocer clipping car ashtrays that play Smoke Gets in Your Eyes?
No, Arthur. But I am in desperate need of 50 cookaroos.
Cookaroos?
That's what I like about Arthur Daly. The trouble with you men is all you want to talk about is business. Where's your sense of fun?
The bank manager's holding it as collateral.
Come on, Raymond. How many raffle tickets are you going to buy?
Please, Arthur. All I want are the cookaroos. I'm not buying anything else tonight. But I do know of a man who's selling. I think you might be interested. You still thinking of updating your Daimler?
Yes, yeah, I am.
Ever heard of Good Time Motors?
Winchester's Club? Oh, hello, Arthur.
Dave, can you do me a favour? Yeah, I want you to ring a bloke called Tony. Oh, he's giving away a Daimler at a lunatic price, and I want to be first in. Well, the thing is, I don't have a phone number, and direct inquiry seem to be on an extended tea break. But I'm in the middle of a business meeting. No, it's very awkward for me to stop my detailed negotiations. Well, keep trying till you get the number, and then give this Tony a bell. Good Time Motors.
Tony, Good Time Motors. That's right, Arthur, I got that. Yeah, you can leave it with me. Arthur?
Oh, Billy Mortimer. I'm Arthur Daly. I'm introducing you after dinner. I'm looking forward to your sick as a carrot, over the moon, body in the box, football's a game of two sides routine.
Yeah, well, I leave that to Gazza and the others. Just wanted to have a word with you about the raffle.
Oh, no problem. All under control. You've got a nice little number going here, haven't you, with this after-dinner speaking caper?
Damn sight easier than getting clogged all over the park by psychopathic defenders.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Quite a pleasant form of remuneration.
Time for dinner, is it, Ray?
You've already missed the first course, and we owe the raffle lady £20. All right, mate.
And I'm sure you will all join with me in hoping that Captain Charisma and number 10 comes to the aid of our beleaguered profession. What this country needs is less schools and hospitals and more filling stations. This government must launch a four-pronged attack to come to the help of the motor trade. 1, reduce buses and trains. 2, increase fares. 3, put down a few more 1,000 miles of tarmac in the countryside. And 4, encourage the building of huge supermarkets in remote locations.
We've only got him booked for the evening, Arthur.
And now the man we've all been waiting to hear, followed by the draw for the raffle. I give you Mr. Golden Boots himself, the only striker this government ever approved of, Billy Mortimer.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Well, they've never heard of Good Time Motors, but they can do you a nice drop of Beaujolais.
Well, Sid said it was around here somewhere. He said Waterloo Arches.
You got a feeling for this car, ain't you?
I certainly have. 1-year-old Daimler, 20 grand, it's got to be a snip. I've been meaning to get a new model for some time.
We'll keep on looking then.
Later. That car's got my name on it. I know it. Willie, this is an unrepeatable offer. My French supplier, fully cognizant of the approaching Chinese New Year, has slipped me 3 gross of these little beauties. I can let you have a quantity discount that will make your mouth water.
爸爸，阿父話佢識一個法國生意佬咧，知道農曆新年就嚟到啦。咁咧呢個法國佬買咗一批好平嘅貨俾 Arthur， 而家佢可以減到好平、好低賣俾你。呢個機會咧，佢話得一次嘅啫。
好好，送審。
My father says fine, but What exactly is it you want to sell him?
Raymond, if you'd be so good. Guaranteed to brighten any Oriental gathering. Thank you very much. Thank you. You need to park the car.
Right, where are we going?
We are not going anywhere. I'm going to see a man about a dog. I'll see you back here in an hour. Forgotten about picking me up. Right. Let's go and search for that Daimler again.
How was the dog then?
What dog?
The dog you went to see the man about.
Oh, yeah. Fine. You keep your eyes on the road, Ray. This Tony's like the Scarlet what's-his-name, everywhere and nowhere. Dave says there isn't a phone number listed.
Well, do you want to try further down?
No, we'll come back later. This place is like a warren. Hello, Ray.
All right, Sid. Arthur about?
Yeah.
Won't keep you a moment. Arthur,
What do you want?
you all right?
No, of course I am. What you creeping up on me like that for?
Sid's outside for you.
Sid, I've put word out about the Cookerhoods. I should hear something soon.
It's not the Cookerhoods I want to talk to you about, Arthur. Take a look at this.
Well, you're looking for a new car, then?
Don't be silly, Arthur. I've got 80 of these in the showroom. What I want and need is a new lamppost.
Lamppost?
Yes, lamppost. To replace the one I demolished after the annual dinner. Reverse back into it, see?
Well, I do see. I hate to think what the lamppost looks like.
Well, with my luck, I couldn't hit a modern, ordinary one. I had to pick one with a preservation order on it. If I don't get a replacement, the council's going to do me.
What'd you come to me for? What you want is a builder's yard.
Not on this one, Arthur. Victoriana. Fluted, with an octagonal head. You're always getting strange items coming your way.
Well, I'll keep my eyes open. How much are you prepared to pay?
Money's no object. I can't cope with a court case, not in our line of business.
Well, lampposts aren't usually my forte, but that phrase, money no object, will doubtless concentrate the mind. I'll see what I can do.
Here, Arthur. I don't mind running these over to Chinatown. Why don't you have an early night?
Early night? What do I do with an early night?
Well, you haven't exactly been yourself today, have you? Slipping off to see men about dogs, and I thought you was having a fit in the office.
The moral of that story, my son, is always knock before entering. I'm right as rain. I'll drop these bulbs off, and then I'll probably see you back at the Winchester.
Can I do anything for you?
Yes, my dear. Can you tell me...
Good evening, sir. We're police officers.
Hey, what's going on? What's happening?
You're under arrest.
What for? Touching a lamppost?
You're under arrest for assaulting a police officer and contravening the Sexual Offences Act.
Why are they taking my tie and braces away?
Well, in case you try to top yourself.
How thoughtful. How long do they keep us in here?
It varies. I'm in for wiring cars, but they'll bow me in a little while.
You're being a bit indiscreet, admitting it.
Not much choice. So they caught me with my head underneath the dashboard. I tried to give them some fanny light. Said I was dizzy. Said I had nowhere to sleep. I was just resting for a while.
What was their response?
Said I'd be more comfortable in here.
What are these others in here for?
That one over there doing the press-ups. So he tried to do a runner from a restaurant. The others there all in for being drunk and disordered. They'll be let out soon. But you could be here quite a while.
Why?
Oh, come on. You're not exactly run-of-the-mill, are you?
No, I most certainly am not. I've got an international organisation, branches throughout Europe. Oh, they've taken my business cards as
Yeah,
well.
I knew it. I told him. I said, when we see him in reception, I said, now that is an international embezzler if ever I have seen one.
I am not an embezzler.
Yeah, of course not, Governor. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not a plant.
I'm highly respected in my community.
Naturally. That would be all part of the front. Here. You're First Division, aren't you?
I most certainly am.
Right. Let's have the curb crawler.
We've attempted to check the address you gave us. There was no one there.
No, there wouldn't be. Her indoors is out visiting.
What, this time of night?
She's staying with her sister in Cromer.
Case of while the cat's away, Sarge. Looks like it, Dickie.
Cat? What cat? I haven't got a cat. Just tropical fish.
We've caught ourselves a comedian.
Let's talk about these.
It's a red light bulb. Nothing unusual about that.
What's unusual, Mr. Daly, is that we discovered getting on for 3 gross of these in your car. Run a chain of dark rooms, do we, sir?
There's a perfectly simple explanation for the light bulbs. And what is more, you'll find a receipt in my wallet.
We already have.
A French receipt.
Well, of course. They're French light bulbs.
I'll see you later then, Dave.
Oh, cheers, Ray. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
When's this close? Oh, yeah, he is. Ray!
Arthur Daly, you are charged that in Barrington Street, SE1, you did assault William Collins, a constable of the Metropolitan Police, in the execution of his duty, contrary to Section 51 of the Police Act of 1964. You are further charged that in Barrington Street, you did solicit a woman for the purposes of prostitution, contrary to Section 2 of the Sexual Offences Act 1985. You're not obliged to say anything, but anything you do say will be taken down and may be used as evidence at your trial. I'd like you to check these, please, Mr. Daly, and then sign a receipt.
We're going to hold on to the light bulbs, Daly, while further inquiries are being made.
Don't say hello, Ray. If you do, it'll be taken down and used as evidence against you. Come on, get me to sanity.
Yeah, what you done?
I'll tell you later. And he kept going on about them red light bulbs. I explained to him I was on my way to deliver them to a customer in Chinatown. But I only got out of the car to check a lamppost.
Check a lamppost?
Yeah, Sid's looking for one. Fluted Victorian with octagonal head.
Precisely. I thought I saw one, so I got out of the car to check it. Next thing I know, I'm being mugged. At least I thought I was being mugged.
Who by?
Well, it turned out to be two plainclothes melons. I've been charged, Dave. He fell over me foot and I get done for assault. Done me more damage than it did him. Then there was the business of the girl.
You mentioned 3 charges, Arthur.
Yeah, something about curb crawling. I wasn't even in the car.
Now, I just had a long conversation with the Crown Prosecution Service.
See, Ray, that is the advantage of having a good legal man in your corner.
I'm obliged to you, Mr. Daly.
So what, it's all cleared up, is it? I'll get a formal apology?
Not quite. They're proceeding with the 3 charges against you. Case will come up at the earliest possible date.
You seem to be taking a very sanguine view of this.
Oh, I try not to become emotionally involved in my client's problems.
Just financially involved, is it?
Raymond, really? Sorry about that, Mr. Lockwood. But the lad blames himself for what happened.
Well, if you'd let me take the light bulbs, Arthur, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah, I do blame myself.
I take a very serious view of your alleged assault of the police officer.
Assault? He fell over me foot.
He sustained facial injuries, including 3 broken teeth.
Yeah, but I didn't hit him, the ground did. I thought he was after me wallet. It was in my hand at the time.
Yes, indeed. While you were allegedly negotiating with a convicted prostitute.
I was trying to find a local motor dealer.
Yeah. Well, it's an unusual defense. If you could actually find him, I grant you that. The police solicitor advises me that prior to your arrest, there were numerous sightings of a man driving a Daimler very slowly in the area.
That was me.
And me. We were looking for Good Time Motors.
Yes, as your statements say. Be useful for your defense if you could actually find the proprietor.
Mr. Holmes, could you report to secretary, please?
Raymond, my son, I've struck gold. Badly sprained Achilles tendon. No weight on the foot for 2 to 3 weeks.
Just how is that good news?
Well, never mind me assaulting the police. This is what they've done to me. You heard what Lockwood said. Be good for my defence.
These are the actions of a guilty man, Arthur.
No, Raymond. These are the actions of a man who does not like being fitted up. Just think of the sympathy this will get me in court. And the best part of it is it doesn't even hurt very much. I'll get you to push me into the car just for show, and then we'll bung the wheelchair in the boot of the car till I have to go to court. Oh, God. Mr. Morley, what brings you to hospital?
More to the point, what are you doing in that wheelchair?
Sarge, I've got to hurry back to the Nick. You've got a couple of visitors. Sorry.
Bye-bye, Mr. Morley. You realise what this means, right? Every time I want to go out, I've got to get in this thing.
You've charged him with what?
He's guilty.
Really, Tomo? Curb crawling? Robbery?
Possibly.
Theft or receiving?
Likely.
Cheating or conniving?
Certainly.
But curb crawling? And assaulting a police officer? He's going to walk all over you in the court, Tomo.
Sharp, is he? You could shave with him.
He didn't look so sharp the other night when we pulled him in.
Make a voluntary statement, did he?
No.
What did he say when you officially charged him?
Not a dickie.
You got the wrong man, chum.
Well, if we can't get any help from his local manor, we'll have to use our initiative, won't we?
Looks like it.
That Morley.
What about him?
I was a Hendon with him, thick as 2 short planks.
I'm surprised he made sergeant, then.
That'll be a typing error.
Do you know something? I was at Hendon with that Tompkins.
Really?
Yeah. The night before finals, I caught him trying to copy up all my notes.
Is that why you wouldn't help him with his case against Daly?
Look, Phil, nothing will give me greater pleasure than helping to get Daly banged up. But I would like it to be for something he's actually done.
Yeah. I must admit, the idea of Arthur Daly opening his wallet and offering money to anyone seems unlikely.
The day that happens, there'll be pigs flying all over this manor.
You really are a top-drawer villain, aren't you? You're run-of-the-mill, don't get no ID parade.
I keep telling you, I'm not a villain.
And why are you talking out the side of your mouth?
This is fraught with risk, you know, Mr. Daly. Are you sure you're willing to do this?
Mr. Lockwood, we are about to blow their case right out of the water.
Right, gentlemen. Be so kind as to stand in line over there.
Now, you can take any position you like, Mr. Daly.
Oh, it's Mr. Daly today, is it? Make a note of that, Ray, will you? Intimidation.
Look, I'm a busy man, so let's get on with it.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Mr. Lockwood, will you point out to them that they are all in shirt sleeves and I'm in my overcoat in a wheelchair?
I'm afraid we're out of overcoats and wheelchairs at the moment.
Give us a hand, Ray.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse us, please. Thank you. Sorry?
Yeah,
yeah, make room, mate.
Good luck. Yeah, hold on. Shouldn't mind going there. Yeah, right now.
Now, Miss Brown, I want you to take as long as you like. Is there anyone here amongst these men that you recognize?
That's the man. That's the man who accosted me and asked me if I wanted a good time in his motor.
How dare you, madam? I asked you if you knew where I could find good time motors.
It's not looking good, you know. It's not looking good at all.
Not looking good? Are you seriously suggesting I go around chatting up members of the Derby and Joan Club? I've got a business appointment.
I hear the committee's set up an emergency meeting.
Well, what's Arthur's arrest got to do with the Motor Traders Association?
You've got to consider the implications, John Boy.
Indeed. This could lead to his expulsion, you know.
I've never known Arthur behave in any way other than completely correctly. He always doffs his hat when he sees me.
Doffing hats is one thing. Sexual offences is quite another.
You're right there, Mel. Sex and the motor trade don't mix. Bad image.
Sex and Arthur Daly don't mix either. You've never seen him with other women. You shouldn't jump to conclusions.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's having his midlife crisis.
Yeah, well, as far as I am concerned, Arthur Daly is innocent until he tells me he is guilty.
Hi, Dave, but you're not the judge, are you?
I am here, mate. You're barred. Go on, sling your hook.
That's it. Arthur? I think you need to see a doctor. Better still, a psychiatrist. And you're going to have to get a medical report for the court.
You're quite right, Ray, but you've forgotten I've already got one.
I'm not talking about your leg. Up here, Arthur. Up here.
What you going on about?
Arthur, you've been gut...
Wheelchair. Sid, come on in.
I can't stop now, Arthur. Just dropped by to tell you not to bother with the cookeroods and the lamppost. I've made other arrangements.
Oh, that's a pity, because I've found a likely source for the cookeroods. Come on in anyway. I want to talk to you about giving evidence for me in court. I suppose you heard what happened.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have.
I want you to go in the witness box and tell them why I was in the Waterloo area that night. How you tipped me off about the Daimler.
I can't do that, Arthur.
But that's why I got out of the car. I thought I saw what you were after.
I wasn't after anything in Waterloo.
Yes, you were. Victorian fluted, octagonal panels.
You've got to keep me out of this, Arthur. This'll ruin my business. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Hey!
You're going to need some professional help, Arthur. They can put you away for this, you know.
Well, as long as they do it before Erling Dawes comes back from Cromer. Bring the chair in.
Yeah, all right then, but just a half. Mr. Lockwood, is there anything I can do for you, sir?
Yes, there is. My client, Arthur Daly, would like you to give evidence on his behalf.
Mr. Lockwood, would you kindly tell your client to get knotted?
He thought that might be your response. It's a subpoena directing you to attend the trial of Arthur Daly.
You've got to hand it to him, Sarge. He's got more front than Woolworths.
And there's one for you.
Well, there you are, Ray. He's locked up and gone out. Not to worry.
Now, Dave, he's locked himself in. Been refusing to come out all day. He's finally twigged that he can actually go down for this one. Come on. See what I mean, Dave?
You're right, Ray. I think he is on a turn.
Arthur! Got a nice little surprise for you.
Thought you might like some Meals on Wheels.
Oh, Dave. You're a good friend. Young Raymond thinks I'm on the turn. He's been trying to get me committed.
Well, tell him about your little trips up the West End then, Arthur.
My trips up the West End are nobody's business but mine. Please remember that. Did he tell you about Sid?
Yeah.
After all the gear I put his way? Judas.
Don't worry about Sid, Arthur. He ain't worth it.
I'll tell you straight, Dave, I can't go into the Winchester. I bet the saloon bar jury is already calling for me to be undrawn and metrically quartered.
Not at all, Arthur.
Oh, so?
Tell him, Dave.
Tell me what?
Well, it's a little surprise we've arranged for you. The night after your case finishes.
It's a gesture of solidarity, Arthur. Well, everyone on the manor's going to be there.
Be where?
The Taj Mahal. Well, he does a lovely vindaloo.
Well, all of them?
All of them.
Oh, I'm touched, Dave. I'm deeply touched. You've given me new hope in humanity.
Ah, it's nothing, Arthur. They said they'd give me the deposit back if you get sent down. Cheers.
Mr. Daly, let me appeal to you, even at this 11th hour, even though your trial is tomorrow, I'm sure I could find you an excellent barrister.
Mr. Lockwood, I am not going to go down just because some overpaid mouthpiece made a pig's ear of it. I shall defend myself.
Any luck in locating the proprietor of Good Time Motors?
We're having one last try.
Well, medical reports, statements, I think we're as ready as we can be. Oh. No, there is one rather delicate matter I think we should discuss. Raymond mentioned to me these, how shall I put it, these little trips of yours to the West End. Let me urge you to plead guilty and throw yourself on the mercy of the court. Overwork, strain, stress, that sort of thing.
Stress? I don't want to hear another word about my trips up west. My right to privacy is being violated, and Raymond is well out of order.
You've got a nerve showing up here.
Mr. Morley, whatever else you might be, in my experience, I've never thought of you as being bent.
Hear that, Phil? A testimonial.
You wouldn't want to see an innocent man suffer, would you?
Not normally, no, but in your case, I'm tempted to make an exception.
I'd just like to run over the areas I should be questioning you about in court tomorrow. Perhaps your young friend could take notes.
Apart from you, Daly, I don't want to run over anything. The only reason we're going into that witness box tomorrow is because we have no option.
In that case, I have no alternative but to ask the court to treat you both as hostile witnesses.
Don't be so bloody silly, Daly. You can't treat your own witnesses as hostile. And don't worry, we will be.
I hope they got a wheelchair ramp before an open prison.
You won't be getting here, Arthur. I don't put sex cases in open, Nick.
I am a victim of unfortunate circumstances. I am not a sex case.
Well, if you're not, what are all those little trips up west for, then?
Look, I don't know what you're talking about. Just leave me at the court that is dealing with Regina versus Daly.
Right, then. I'll have one last crack at finding that Tony. We're in this one.
Regina versus Daly. It should come to this. Me taking on her in Buckhouse.
Yes, owing to numerous complaints from the public, we had set up a surveillance team in the area. On the night of the 14th at 9:30 p.m., while I and other officers were parked in an unmarked car, I saw the accused driving very slowly towards us. I had previously observed him passing the same area twice between 9 and 9:30 p.m.
Can I help you?
Sorry, mate. For a minute, I thought you were somebody else. Looking for a car dealer called Tony. Supposed to have a business around here somewhere called Good Time Motors.
I'm Tony, and this is Good Time Motors.
So why does it say Simpson Antiques outside?
Previous owner, mate. I never got round to changing the sign. Now, what can I do for you?
And you have been unable to trace this so-called Good Time Motors from where he claimed he wanted to buy a car?
No, ma'am.
Good Time Motors?
Yes, sir.
That's with 2 O's, Your Worship.
I'm obliged, Mr. Daly.
What, if anything, did you find in the accused's car?
A half box of cigars and 3 gross of French red light bulbs.
Did he say French red light bulbs?
Yes, sir.
60 watts, Your Worship. Soissons-Croix.
Thank you, Mr. Daly. But is that entirely relevant to the issues before this court?
It was very relevant to my customer.
Excellent, excellent. Well done, Raymond. I take it you're willing to give evidence on behalf of Mr. Daly?
It'll be a pleasure, Squire.
Good. If you'll be kind enough to wait here.
Here, Tony, if Arthur comes looking, tell him I'll be back.
Yes, red light bulbs are the normal means of illumination in brothels and houses of ill repute.
Oh, nice one, nice one.
Something else you wish to add, Mr. Daly?
In the fullness of time, Your Worship, in the fullness of time.
And you found how many in his car, officer?
Just under 3 gross, sir.
All French?
Yes, sir. And French mistress, 2nd floor, 2 rings.
A French mistress, you say?
Yes, sir. 45 minutes later, the accused emerged. He stopped to fasten his tie and put on his overcoat.
From subsequent inquiries, were you able to ascertain the occupations of these women?
I object to these questions. This is character assassination. What have my activities in Soho got to do with my arrest in Waterloo?
Unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Daly, the prosecution are attempting to establish a pattern of behavior. Now, what is the occupation of these women?
They're all unemployed, sir. They all have convictions for soliciting, sir.
That is the case for the prosecution, sir.
And on this occasion, what was it exactly that I sold you?
阿爸，Arthur 問你呢次咧，佢究竟買咗乜嘢俾你？
Fakok, Hongli Didam, Yugo Sonli Diti, Mogwe Yonglo.
He says you sold him 3 gross of French red light bulbs, and that if he doesn't get them pretty damn quick, they'll be no good for Chinese New Year celebrations.
How much longer am I going to be kept waiting here? I've got work piling up on my desk. I should be out catching criminals, not here testifying on behalf of one.
Mr. Harris, please.
That's me.
Now, Mr. Harris, would you please tell the court how many times you attempted to ring directory inquiries in order to ascertain the phone number of the proprietor of Good Time Motors?
Certainly, Mr. Daly. I rang them about a dozen times.
Just give me a minute. Case still going on, Tom?
Yes, it is. Will you get in there and tell Daly to call me? I want to get out of here.
Getting a taste of what it's like on the other side of the fence, are we, Mr. Morley?
Charles, Dave. Charge Marley. Yeah. You must be Tony. You're more elusive than Lord Luton.
That's right. Tony Blythe.
Thanks for coming. You did well to... What are you doing here?
Raymond asked me to testify.
No, Ray. No, under no circumstances. I do not know this gentleman.
But you can shed some light on Arthur's little trips up the West End, Mr. Lockwood.
Well, then you must call him, Mr. Daly. Police testimony on that aspect had a profound effect on the bench.
When are you going to call me, Daly?
Oh, later, Mr. Morley, later. I'm grappling with profound aggravation. Gentlemen?
We must go back now. The court is returned.
Mind your feet, Constable.
You're going to have to call him, Arthur.
I'm not going to call him, and that's that. I call Tony Blythe.
We've got a case conference coming up in less than an hour. We'll go and find the Nick, tell him we'll be delayed.
But you did indeed have a Daimler at the cell?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, have you still got the Daimler?
Afraid not now. I knocked it out to someone else.
Before this happy event, were you driving the Daimler round the Waterloo area on a number of days?
Oh, yeah. It's a lovely motor.
Where's Sergeant Morley?
Well, he's vanished. So's the other copper. Well, this man's waiting to give evidence.
What's your name?
Ashley Silverman.
What?
Who's this?
Ashley Silverman, sir.
Very well, Mr. Silverman. Will you please go into the witness box and take the oath?
Raymond, I'll have you for this.
Mr. Daly, you can walk. You're walking.
It's a sign, my lad. It's a sign.
Have they been calling me? Is it my turn?
It was, but you've missed it. Looks like you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, Mr. Morley.
You do realise that when I get in a witness box, I'm going to destroy that man, don't you? I'm going to do him so much damage, he's not going to get a heavy fine. He's going to go down. I'm going to put a stop to him once and for all.
Now, Mr. Silverman, would you tell the court your qualifications and your profession?
Certainly. I have an MA, a diploma in music. I'm a lecturer at the Fetter Academy of Dramatic Art, and I also give private lessons in speech making and voice production at my Soho studio, where you have been one of my pupils for nearly 5 weeks.
But what I'd like to know, Mr. Daly, is why you'd not previously given the particulars of this witness to the police. You realize it would have thrown a quite different interpretation on your visits to Soho.
Perhaps I could answer that, Your Worship. Ashley Silverman is but one of my many theatrical names. In a previous, happier incarnation, I was known as Irving Ashley.
The Irving Ashley?
Yeah, very same.
I remember seeing you at Stratford-upon-Avon.
Oh, yes. With Larry and John.
I went to see him in a desert song. I took her indoors. Brought tears to my eyes.
Oh, how kind. Regrettably, those starry days are long past. Now, to eke out a humble living, I've been obliged to resort to my current occupation. When Mr. Daly came to me for private tuition in speech-making and voice production, he recognized me immediately. I begged him to keep my little secret. I was fearful of publicity and ridicule. He readily agreed.
But you've now volunteered to give evidence on his behalf.
When his young assistant, Raymond, came and explained the matter to me, I felt it was the least I could do. As Sidney Carton said on the way to his final haircut, "It's a far, far better thing I do than I have ever done before." If you like, Mr. Daly, I could run through one or two of the exercises that we did together. Oh, yes.
Sir, I wish to withdraw all charges against the accused and offer him the most profound apologies for the appalling ordeal he has undergone.
I should think so, too. Mr. Daly, you leave this court without a stain on your character. I award your full costs to you. Now, this case should never have been brought, and would not have been brought without the investigating officers jumping to the most extraordinary conclusions based on mere circumstantial evidence. Case dismissed.
The court will rise.
How about that, then?
Congratulations, Mr. Daly.
Thanks very much. Arthur, you realise you've made me the laughing stock of the entire manor, don't you? When word gets out that I've been having lessons to speak properly, I won't be able to go into the Winchester without being greeted by a chorus of the rain in Spain going mainly down the drain.
Yeah, but why were you doing it?
Look, if England footballers can cop 500 quid tax-free every night for a bit of public chat, so can I. I was going to join the after-dinner speakers circuit. This has been very embarrassing.
What's going on, Daly? I'm waiting to be called.
Miss Morley, many are called, but few are chosen. Come on, Ray. I'll buy you a drink.
Detective Sergeant. Detective
We could do with a few of them down our road.
Detective Sergeant Morley. We're agreed then, Detective Sergeant.
Agreed?
If it's all right with you.
Absolutely.
It's agreed then. Detective Sergeant Morley to volunteer as technical advisor for all security equipment purchased by the committee in aid of the Senior Citizens Neighbourhood Watch Fund. Oh, talking of purchasing security equipment, as your Madam Chairperson, I've taken the liberty of appointing an official purchasing officer to work hand in glove with you, Detective Sergeant. Should be here in a tick.
You Daily to Europe?
Yeah, that's the one.
Greetings. Oh, I see you started without me. Fair enough.
We also finished without him 20 minutes ago.
Ah, well, you see, Madam Chair Human, I wasn't sure whether you said 6:30 or 7:30, so I decided to give it the benefit of the doubt and opt for the latter. Incorrectly, it would seem. Mr. Morley, what a pleasant surprise.
Mr. Daly has most generously offered his services on behalf of our little enterprise. I'm jolly lucky to get him, I say. Perhaps you'd like to give us an update on progress.
Ah, well, unfortunately, the intended supplier of the merchandise germane to the committee's requirements, i.e. door chains, peepholes, likewise, has been inadvertently detained and is unable to furnish the committee with the aforementioned items. But when a flower dies, it becomes part of the great compost of life, I always say.
But what exactly are you proposing we spend our money on, Mr. Daly?
Telescopes. State-of-the-art, astrologically approved, precision instrumentation from the land that first hurtled an unwitting mongrel into outer space.
Telescopes? What possible use would our eldest and dearest have for intergalactic Russian telescopes?
Mr. Morley, you of all people should be aware of the value of the old adage, forewarned is forearmed. I mean, how much notice do you get looking through a spy hole? I mean, the blagger's probably got his jemmy in the door jam, while his potential victim is wondering whether she's about to get a surprise visit from Barry Manilow. No, ladies and gentlemen, the beauty of telescopes is you can spot nefarious characters on Venus, never mind the end of the road. It is a great leap into the space age of crime prevention. I think you'll all agree.
Evening, Mr. Whitmore.
Ray? Ray! Arthur! How is a captain of industry supposed to function when his operational nerve centre is bunked to the ceiling with lumps of cardboard?
What do you need 70 astronomical telescopes for, anyway?
When Dame Opportunity knocks, you do not leave her standing in the porch like a lemon. You invite her in, offer her suitable accommodation. And this office and my desk is not it, so come on, make the space for them. It's only for a few days.
Don't tell me you got a buyer.
Well, actually, this consignment is in the nature of a donation to a very worthy cause.
What, you giving them away?
In the biblical sense of the word, certainly, yes. Trade, plus VAT, of course, plus any transportation involvement, and a token facilities fee for my extramural expenses. Raymond, charities hate to think they're sponging, believe me. Now, in the meanwhile, shift them.
Where? Honest, Arthur, it's chocker out there.
Well, in that case, you could usefully use the run-up to the weekend by making an inventory.
But it's a bank holiday, Arthur.
Perfect timing. Opportunity is a fickle mistress, Ray. She keeps very unsocial hours. Bit like that nurse you've been dalliancing with for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, God, she's going to kill me.
Don't think it's gone unnoticed.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Ditch her in for something in a 9 to 5 job?
Not at all, Raymond, not at all. Adjust, adapt. Avail yourself of the resources of the Daily Empire.
What's that?
A pager. Part of a paging system I've just inaugurated at considerable personal expense. Wear it about your person at all times. We cannot afford to let opportunities pass us by in this business. Baden Powell had the right idea. Dib, 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 Ghoulie Gang Watsits.
Be prepared.
That's the one. And be good.
Hi, honey, I'm home. Amanda?
We're in the bedroom. How do I look?
I love it.
It should entertain the patients as well, then. I've got to go on nights tonight.
What?
I couldn't find anyone to cover. What could I say? What? I'm off at 5, though.
5? 5. Yep. Of course I wasn't. What do you think? Yeah. I'll be right over. Yeah. Here we go. My beloved.
Ray, what's happening?
What you said about opportunities. This mate of mine in the waste disposal business had this skip that wasn't rented out till Tuesday. So I asked him to park it up here for the weekend. We dump a load of old tat, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Smart or what, eh?
Load of old tat? Raymond, we do not have loads of old tat that need dumping. We have clearance sales. Now, move all that back in the lockup.
It's a load of old rubbish, Arthur. I mean, what is anyone going to want with a bunch of Imperial Petroleum pre-motorway maps, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Recapture their lost youth, perhaps. Recall the days when they used to tootle down leafy byways in their MG Sprigget or whatever. There is always a great future in the past, Raymond. Now, put them back.
All right, then. How about these? Decimal conversion table tea towels.
Well, not an obvious snip, I grant you. But you are overlooking the needs of the emergent third world countries. Some of these places, they still deal in beads and livestock when they get around to coinage. Need I say more? You are also ignoring their commercial potential as ethnic Arab headgear. What other of my investments have you so precipitously ditched during my absence?
2 gross of Kodak 120 film, circa 1954. Couple of cases of Canadian sockeye tinned salmon, priced 1 and 3.8. Yeah, maybe we could shift them job lot with the old decimal conversion tea towels, eh, Arthur?
Am I keeping you up?
What about this, then? Here. A treat for all the connoisseurs of the original lo-fi. 600 cartridge cassettes of the Partridge Family, 20 greatest hits. I mean, not even second-hand Cecil would give a pre-decimal brass farthing for this dross, Arthur.
Second hands? Raymond, I'm very nearly proud of you. Authentic Vietnamese cuisine, Cecil. Culinary experience. As walked by indigenous boat people.
How would you know? You're having steak.
Yeah, well, anything nautical, I come over all queasy. To business. Cecil, as one of the more judicious collectors of contemporary history, I am in a position to offer you a cornucopia of collective memorabilia dating back to the swinging 50s. Such items as have been authenticated by a sound man on your actual Antiques Roadshow.
You know me, Arthur. If it has dust in it, I'm interested.
Have some more rice wine.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure an apology's really good enough. Yeah, you say you're sorry, but how do I know you really mean it? Yeah, well, I think you're going to have to prove just how sorry you really are. What? Yeah? But the pink one? Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that would do nicely. Yeah? Oh, I don't believe it. No. Here, listen, Amanda, I've got to run. Yeah, tonight then, yeah? Laters. Bye.
Well, what do you think? He didn't have to use language, not in public. A courtly, "Not today, Arthur, thank you," would have sufficed. Civility costs nothing, Raymond. Which is more I can say for Korean nosebag.
Yeah, well, if you'd listened to me in the first place, you could have saved yourself a few sovs.
You've never fully comprehended the complex infrastructure of the free market system, have you, Ray? If it ever got out that I have been caught in flagranti with what you so wantonly describe as unsaleable tat, a lifetime's dedication to entrepreneurial excellence will go straight down the porcelain. And if it ever got back to Taiwan, an entire economy would follow it down.
That's my new flatmate. Raquel, meet Uncle Arthur.
Raymond, can you hear something? Is that the door knocking? If I'm not mistaken, Dame Opportunity is waiting in the porch.
1,200 including delivery, is it? Your final offer, you say? I couldn't do it to you, Mr. Daly. I respect you too much. To accept a man's final offer without an appropriate counter-offer would be an insult to his bargaining skills. Businessmen such as us thrive on the haggle. To deny you the thrill would be disrespectful. 800.
I know you're doing it for me, Mr. Nolan. 1,000.
900.
Done.
Plus the van.
Ah!
You'll deliver in the morning.
Look, if you like to divvy up while the ink's still wet, I'd quite understand a gesture of commercial goodwill.
Ah, you're a flamer out there, Daly, no mistake.
Mind out Bambino. A wily bunch of gypsies, Ray. It's the only word for them. Eyes of a saint and the tongue of an estate agent. Mind you, when it comes to wheeler dealering, we're talking first division.
Oh, you're not that bad yourself, Arthur. I mean, from Raquel to Goldfish, the novelty prices at the funfair. St. Maggie would have been proud of you.
Enterprising, Ray, bordering on the competent, but not to be compared with a great lady. I mean, flogging those national resources back to the taxpayer who owned them in the first place, I mean, that was impressive. If her friends hadn't pulled the rug from under her, she'd have had people queuing up to buy shares in Fresh Air. Why not?
Yeah, come on, Arthur, let's have a go on this.
No, that goes up and down. Come on, this. Come on, this.
You can't go in a teacup. What? We're sort of kids, you know?
No, it goes round and round.
Yeah, how about this?
No.
What do you want to go on it?
Left, right, go on.
Go left. It's a dodgy steering wheel, isn't it?
No, left, I'm going left. That's it. Get those kids. Yeah, I'll go get there. Get there. It's not the official size board.
Here, Sandy, this is the geezer we saw last week, isn't it? Sarge!
I told you were out the last time.
Well, tell her again.
She's very insistent, Sarge. Wants a personal word with her little technical advisor. After your body, if you ask me.
Mrs. Mitchell, how nice to hear from you again. How best can I serve the needs of your most estimable little watch committee? No, I think you'll find that transport is a matter that falls within the sphere of your purchasing officer, Mr. Daly. Oh, did he indeed? Well, I suppose a man with 60 astronomical telescopes on his hands is bound to be a bit far-sighted, isn't he? Well, much as I appreciate the honour, Mrs. Mitchell, that'll be my pleasure, Mrs. Mitchell. She only wants me to take the cheque round to Daly for this unsavoury little rip-off of his. That's all.
No, 2 adults.
Okay, lad.
Hey, come on, Ray. Hey, come on, I won't tell if you won't.
Have a go.
Oh, thanks. What did you get?
We've been on it once, haven't we?
Oh, okay.
I love his old father time.
Oh, is he good? Is he good? Hate this. Is he good? No, I'm not going to scream this time. Touch me! Touch my neck! Does he look like what's Two adults.
Look, get off.
Yeah, why not? It's fun. Third time lucky. Thanks very much. In you get. Go on. All in a good cause, Mr. Morley. All in a good cause.
I know. I overslept. Sorry, Arthur.
I'm delighted to hear it, Ray. I do not like to see my staff doing a full day's work on less than a full night's skip.
Sorry?
The unsaleable tap, as you so demeaningly described it, needs loading up and shipping down to the fairground, doesn't it? Before that smarmy bog trotter Alexei comes to the same conclusion. But come on, move. Up a bit, up a bit.
Yeah, Arthur. I know how to fire a gun, all right?
Take your pick, Sundance.
Nah, mate, you keep it. A touch more corporate loyalty wouldn't come amiss.
This doesn't save us, Mr. Daly, but a finer array of quality prices I've still yet to see.
Alexei?
Absolutely. You know, the moment we struck our deal, I said to myself, careful, Alexei, this one's a Schley boots. What's he after, I thought? Can't be the money.
Oh, it is, I assure you it is.
Ah, you're a flamer, all right, huh? A measly 900 for such quality merchandise. No. Old Schley boots is after something, I thought.
Mr. Nolan.
He's only got his eye on one of me little gluttons, I thought. That's it. Wants a piece of the real action, so he does. And here am I, all ready to insult his intelligence by handing him over the money. He'd never forgive me.
Oh, yes he would. I can vouch for it.
Only wants to trade for one of me little gluttons. Am I right, or am I right?
Go on, tell me what you see.
Fruit machines.
No, you don't.
What you see are special fruit machines.
You mean they're rigged?
Let's say they're encouraged to favour the bank. What makes them special is that they only pay out jackpots. Big ones, too. 50 big ones.
£50 jackpots? You must be mad.
They're also customised to make a bit of a song and dance about it, as you can see. Pays to advertise.
Indubitably.
Especially as you have to feed the blessed things 400 or 500 quid before they even think of getting any back.
That's very nearly immoral.
I knew you'd approve. Gluttons, the lot of them, with a 1000% profitability ratio.
1000%?
Any machine that takes your fancy, plus 600 and crisp Wellingtons. There, you've talked me into it. You're a hard man, Mr. D, but if those are your terms, you forced me to accept.
That was the door hammering away again.
Was that a look you gave me, Raymond?
Just choose one. Let's get out of here.
That was definitely a look you gave me.
I don't believe it. He talked you out of it.
Here you are, lads. Give 'em a whirl. Anyone you like.
You haven't listened to a blind thing, have you? About being prepared. Dib, dib, dib. Ever vigilant for that elusive little earner.
He had the money in his hand and he talked you out of it.
Look, a little less of the look and a tad's more listening is my advice.
It was a deal, Arthur. He's done you for 300 quid.
Like a gypsy's garden shed in here.
Look at this. This ain't worth 3 quid. He's had you on a wind-up, Arthur.
A load of rubbish.
Yeah, this will look all right in a Winchester, though. Get Arthur, it stayed with a beard on. Come and have a look at this one. Arthur.
Come and find me.
Where are you?
Come and look at this. Brand new.
Arthur, I don't think these are what Alexei had in mind.
No. Neither do I.
You're going to have to sometimes, Sarge. You give it to him. Gives me great pleasure.
Don't
to
doubt
present-
it, Field. All in a good cause, Mr. Morley. All in a good cause. Dave. Large one.
Give us 50p, will you?
No objections if I play your machine, Daly?
None at all, Mr. Morley, none at all. Squander away.
You're nicked. No gaming license.
I think you're jumping to a misconception there, Mr. Morley. I was merely checking out the machinery prior to offering it to you for the Watch Committee's charity bash. All profits going to a worthwhile cause, I think you'll agree.
And what would that be, then? The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Leprechauns?
Eh?
They're all Irish, Daly. It's not legal tender hereabouts.
Tokens, Mr. Morley. Purely tokens. Tokens, Dave. Tokens. Well, you wouldn't expect me to flout the stringent gaming laws of this country and be shelling out coins of the realm, would you?
So what you're saying is, Daly, I don't cop the return on my 50p investment. You can add fraud to the list of charges.
Dave, 50 from the till, if you will. Consider it the Winchester's contribution to tomorrow's charity beano.
There you go.
Pests. All right, that'll do. Here.
Diamonds are a pen.
What?
Diamonds are a pen, not 50p. There's more glass.
There you are.
Mickey Mouse money not accepted.
What are you talking about? Republic of Ireland, 1988. Republic of Ireland, 1988. Republic of Ireland, 1988. Excuse me.
All new, all Irish.
And all the same date.
So what's the SP, Arthur?
First they're in the fruit machine, then they're in my spare change. Note, the spare change which I acquired at the fairground. I smell rodents, Ray. Big Irish ones. Get your coat. We've got to get a closer look at those machines. 2 adults, please. I want to know what they're up to.
Thanks, Bill.
It's all right, Mother's here, Mother's here.
Oh, that's horrible.
Open it! Something coming. Come on, quick, John.
Just get this one, that should do it.
Got it?
I won't go.
Why is it taking longer than the others?
I don't know. Come on. Yep, that's it.
I've got this end.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
There you are. Full of money.
Yeah, but they're new, Arthur.
Exactly. Get one of those out. Go on, wrench one out.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
It must be.
Must be what?
It must be the same.
Arthur, what you going on about?
The Dublin Mint robbery, 1988, 200 grand's worth. The only reason I remember is because it was all in slummy. Coins, change. I thought at the time, typical, you know, out with the washing, back at 3.
Lexie's mob, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Why bring it all here?
You could hardly unload half a ton of hot coinage on your own turf, could you? Even PC Paddy could run that. Hang on, look. What better way to smuggle a load of coins in but in a load of slot machines? Wood for the trees principle.
It's monopoly money, Arthur. They can't spend it here. I thought you said they were all wily.
That is the only word for them, Ray. Put that back on. Give me that. Let's get out of here. He's laundering it, or more accurately in his case, rinsing it through, a drip at a time, dropping it in with a change from the ghost ride. Oh, it's admirable. When you find a rogue Irish drachma in your slummy from some fairground, you're not immediately going to say, oh, I have inadvertently stumbled on some international currency scam, are you? Of course not. You pass it on to the most likely-looking muggins that comes along next. Oh, you've got to hand it to these boys. They're well before they...
Arthur, if they're so smart, how long is it going to take them to spot that you've snitched one of their wooden horses?
Well, they're what?
Arthur, the machine down the club, the one that you weren't supposed to take, the one that's full of their ill-gottens. They find out, you'll end up more rearranged than Michael Jackson.
No worries, Ray. That particular machine is about to be transferred to the safe custody of our trusty boys in blue. Oh, my God.
Dave? Dave? Dave, it's Arthur. Dave! Dave! David, it's Arthur. Dave?
Are you sure? I've got about 2,000 quid up here.
Yes, but we don't accept coins. Not when exchanging foreign currency.
I know banks don't as a rule, miss, but I thought, look, as these are fresh, and you are the Irish Trust Bank, I mean, you can see for yourself, they are the real McCoy.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, Carol. I'm sure we can stretch a rule. If the gentleman would care to give me a few details.
Of course, I don't want to lug this lot back, do I?
So where's Dave, then? I'd hardly be puce with delirium if I knew, would I?
What's it, gents?
Dave! when did you decide to go part-time? This is a business, not a day at the races. And perhaps you'd like to shed some light on things before we all run out of Duracells.
Oh, yeah. Sergeant Morley collected that first thing.
What?
Yeah, before he went
No,
off.
no, apologies, you'll have to wait. Where are we going, Arthur?
Mr. Batley, please come to reception.
What? Longford Suite. Excuse me, my dear. Longford Suite. You hang on there. Keep an eye out for melons.
Mr. Morley. What an unpleasant surprise. Is this a private visit or can anyone get had over?
Unkind, Mr. Morley. Very unkind.
Yeah, well.
I am here today as a matter of social conscience.
That's what Hitler said when he invaded Poland.
No. Seriously, Mr. Morley. I have been giving careful consideration to the political ramifications of putting temptation in the path of upright citizens. Good intentions notwithstanding. I mean, what is a prurient society going to say when it sees an esteemed body like the Watch Committee encouraging gambling? The gutter press will have a field day. No. I'll get Ray to come round with a van and we'll take it away.
Don't worry about it, Daly. It's all for charity.
So be it, Mr. Morley. No, I think I ought to tell you, this particular machine has not yet undergone the rigorous reliability tests necessary for a daily guarantee. I can't risk my reputation, or indeed yours, with iffy merchandise, so I'll give Ray a shot.
That seems to be working all right to me.
Mr. Morley, can I be honest with you? I have reason to believe that this particular machine does not play according to the Marquis of Queensberry rules, if you get my drift.
You mean it's rigged?
Well, let's say I cannot vouch for its provenance.
How much? Unofficially, how much has some poor punter got to put in there before he gets a result? 100? 150? Tell me if I'm getting warm.
500. I'll go and get Ray. We'll take the van round.
Like you said, Daly, it's all in a good cause.
There's nothing there, I'm afraid.
A directive from Dublin office. It's there. I know it.
You get them?
Yep. One DJ with matching money belt.
Oh, that's marvellous.
And 600 quid's worth of 50p.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, what's going on, Arthur?
I'm going to get the money out of that machine before Morley and Co. twig.
Oh, that's nice. Exactly how are you going to do that?
I'm going to win it back. Start filling them pockets.
All of them?
Yes, all of them. Go on.
One all-staff alert directive.
Knew it.
Obviously, after your windfall, I checked the back of the machine, and it's full of this Irish funny money, so I took it down a bank. Well, I can't tell you more than that, Sergeant Morley.
Oh, yes, you can. You can tell us where Daly got the machine.
All right. You'll have to pull me out. Come on in. Pull. Ow! That's it. Oh, Arthur! Don't draw attention to us. Steady? Yeah. Go on. Right. Yeah. Tough. Right.
It's number 59 on the You're not Hector.
Yeah, fine. Bumped into me.
He's not at the lockup. He's not at the car lot. He's not at home.
We'd like to know where he is, please.
I've just dropped him off at the charity bash. What's your problem?
I don't have a problem, Sunshine. Tell Raymond what I do have.
A warrant.
A little matter of 200,000 quid worth of coinage nicked from the Dublin Mint.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've had the fruit machines, we've had the fun fairs, we've had the gypsies, the whole story. We've got Uncle Arthur surrounded. It's called complicity.
Serious naughties, I'm afraid.
What is of immediate appeal is the thought of arresting Arthur in front of all those bleeding hearts that bought his ridiculous telescopes.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, Mr. Morley.
I know you wouldn't.
No, I mean it. Arthur's innocent. Oh, Morley! I said Arthur's innocent. And if you let me, I think I can prove it.
What fun! Mind if I have a flutter?
Yes, I do. Go away.
Another one it is. Sure. I knew all along I should never have crossed bargaining swords with the likes of Arthur. Schly boots, if ever there was one. Take your pick.
Nah, Arthur would kill me. What he wants is one of your new ones. You know, Lexi. Like I picked up for him before. Yeah. One like this.
Where is the conniving little scrotback?
I don't know, do I?
You could try the Fairview Hotel.
Mr. Daly, please, we're here to try and prevent crime.
Oh, yes, Madam Chairman, human person. Councillor Griffiths.
You don't want to let it get to you, man.
What? No, don't let me keep you. To rest is not to do, as they say.
Come along. Let me introduce you to a few colleagues. Could be handy, you never know. Business opportunities and all that.
Business opportunities, you were saying?
Shouldn't you answer that? There's a phone nearby. Might be important.
Answer what? Damn thing. It's a disease, you know.
Come on. Where can I find Arthur Daly, friend?
I think you found him in the Longford room, Squire.
Come on, it's all right. Come on. Come on.
It's all yours.
Look, if Arthur was in on it with Nolan, why'd have panicked to get the machine back? Proves he took the wrong one. In fact, the minute Arthur did twig what was inside it...
Ah, so he did know what was going on then?
Originally, no. I mean, he'd hardly lend it to you for the old Beano, would he, knowing it's packed full of stolen coins?
That's what he's out there now, trying to win them back.
So if you don't mind...
I think we need your statement down the nick.
What?
Don't worry. I'll tell him.
How long before you tell him, Sarge? And he's fed in a good 400 at least.
It's all in a good cause, Field. It's all in a good cause.
Arthur, can we have a little chat? Holly, I've got this letter here from Snooper Sneed.
Who's he?
Well, the accountant, remember?
Please, Dave, I'm dealing with weighty matters here.
And he says here you are legally obliged to have a board meeting at which convocation the annual return must be presented before a quorum of its members, preferably in the presence of a chartered accountant.
When do I go for the Evesham extension or the Grassington gazebo?
Come again?
Her indoors. I'm thinking of getting her something for the back garden. She's always had a leaning to the green finger. One of these glass houses.
Is that what these things cost?
Well, you've got to pay for workmanship, Dave.
Yeah, well, it's not that I begrudge her indoors a rear extension. Can we get our priorities right? Right. We are about to hold a board meeting and you're supposed to be a shareholder. And so far you have not shelled out a bean. I mean, you've had all the benefits and I've hardly seen a penny piece.
I've told you before, Dave, it's the recession. It's dried up me cash flow.
How come then you can afford these here luxury lean-tos?
If you care to refer to page 59 by the terracotta squirrel offer, you'll see they have easy terms available at competitive rates. I've already sent me forms in.
Well, what's all this leading to then?
1953, coronation year.
Well, how's building a greenhouse meant to celebrate the Queen's ascent to the throne?
I'm referring to my wedding anniversary.
Oh, there.
1953. We got off to a very good start. Brief honeymoon in Shoebury-Ness, and when we came back, I had acquired a pitch for a snack stall in Trafalgar Square on Coronation Day itself. God, what a team we were. I was on the corned beef sarnies. Her indoors was crushing the lemons for the cordial. Poor Bahrain. It was a miserable day. And then, as the procession turned into Whitehall, chucked a left at Admiralty Arch, the sun shone through the storm clouds and glinted on the golden roof of the coronation coach. Her indoors turned to me, tear in her eye and a little catch in her voice, and said, "The sun is shining on our new monarch." Radiant she was.
Well, Mrs. Daly always did have a certain glow.
Not her, you prune. Our new queen. Fill that up.
Yeah, Marge, would you give Arthur another cup of coffee?
What's she doing on that side of the jump? I thought her job was a quick mop and dust round before the punters came in.
I've asked Marge to be relief barmaid. I have to be out and about this morning.
Extra staff? You're splashing out with our profits, Dave, aren't you?
Our profits? Look, Arthur, you have to buy the stamps to get the dividends. That's the point I've been trying to make to you. Especially with old Snooper Sneed coming to have a look at the books.
Somebody at the door, Dave.
Yeah, I heard. Oh, Jimmy.
Hello, Jim. What you doing in this part of the world?
Hello, Arthur.
I won't keep you a minute, Jimmy. Well, Arthur, I'll see you later.
Well, don't be long, because I'm just off to pick up Toby.
Right.
Ta-ra, Jim.
Oh, Toby. 15 years. It's been a long time. Are you, coming?
No, I'll wait. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
But what is it like in there?
It's not too bad. Once you get used to the routine, knowing Toby helped a lot, knew the ropes. Steered me up a few cushy numbers. Prison library, that sort of thing.
You're a good lad, old Toby. Little touch of class.
Hey, officer, take a good look at these men. They're a menace to society. Toby
Leonard.
Are you still serving the old specials? Is Ken Barlow still in Coronation Street?
It's marvellous to be out, Arthur. Back in the bosom of one's friends. All I've got to do now is find a friend with a decent bosom, eh? Oh. Yeah. Many's the time I lay stretched out in my cell, daydreaming about one of Len's specials. Yeah. God bless you, Squire, and all your descendants unto the 7th generation. Now, if you excuse me, gents, I'll just run this over the old choppers and roger the consequences.
Long time since you had a decent drink, eh, Tom?
Well, barring the odd glass or two of home brew and a nip or two of cooking sherry, nigh on 15 years. Oh, that's like a slap in the kisser from a wet halibut. Oh, yeah, your fair hand has lost none of its skill in the passing of the years, young sir. I'll have another one all round.
No, steady, Toby. You got to pace yourself, remember? You're not used to it.
That's right, Toby. Everything in moderation.
More moderation? You can stuff more moderation, my son. You can take more moderation outside and give it a good kicking. I've had 15 years of more moderation, and I'm here to tell you that more moderation ain't all it's cracked up to be. No, my son. Thank you. Give me excess and plenty of it. Cheers. Yeah.
Well, where are they, Dave? I can't wait round all day. I've got things to do.
Well, Toby wanted to have his hair cut. Apparently they're not up to Vidal Sassoon's standard in the scrubs.
Where is he? Where's Dave the boy Green, eh?
Whoops. He's a right snap.
Oh, whoop it, eh? Put together. Oh, push me, eh? Oh, quartermaster. Say that man's name.
Where you been? Fingers in the till again, eh?
Toby Joe Johnson, eh?
Come here, you old whiskey waterer. Hey, who's that?
Oh, this is Ray.
Oh, yeah? Hello, Ray. Ray who?
Ray Daly.
You're Ray? Little Sugar Ray Daly? God, I don't believe this. You know, the last time I saw you, you were that big. Do you know why I called you Sugar Ray?
Yeah, I know. Sugar Ray Leonard.
No, Robinson. Fine boy, fine boy. Yeah, oh, we've got to, you know, splash the old brogues. Yeah. Who's Nick DeCarzi?
Oh, it's over here now.
Oh. Somebody's jiggling the carpet.
When you finish, we'll be in the function room.
Oh, good. I'll have a large one.
Oh, what a state. Show a bit of respect. He was very good to your dad when he fell foul.
Yes, I've heard. Hey, what's your interest in him?
We were in the same gang as kids. Look, I hold no brief for tea leaves, but I have a sneaking admiration for Toby. His was a perfect crime.
Well, if it was so perfect, how come he got caught?
He didn't. He got pulled for drunk and disorderly, got confused and confessed to the lot. Tragic misunderstanding.
It must have been some job. Dad said he got 15 years.
Well, he asked for 63 other offences to be taken into account.
Here, what was this gang you was in then, huh?
The Brentford Backhanders. Craftiest bunch of kids from West London you could find. All grew up to be pillars of the Willesden business community. Yeah. Blood brothers for life.
Hey, give us a backhander,
No,
you
I've
old
forgotten
backhander.
that.
Oh, you're a fine boy, you got your own.
Oh, yeah. Dave, I feel a bit out of place here. I'm going to shoot off. Got an old school friend of my own to meet up with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you shoot off, Ray. If I know Toby, you'll be on this all afternoon.
Still serving the same old horse liniment? Here's to the health of Cardinal Puff, Puff, Puff. For the first time, I can drink any man under the table. Here we go.
Come on, Arthur. I can't hold him up much longer. I can't find the right key. It's too dark. Noise down.
Home is where I hang my hat.
Come on, Toby. Let's fall forward.
Yeah. This is the biggest Weetabix I've ever seen. Well, get off my jacket. I can't. Ah.
You, sure you won't change your mind?
I told you. I've got to be up really early in the morning. And the old daily charm won't work with me. Okay. You are impossible. I'll find another hotel for the night. Bye.
What the hell is he doing here?
There's been a bit of a
Cock up.
crisis.
Toby's a little bit plastered and your mum won't have him in the house, so you'll have to put him up for the night.
No way.
He won't bite.
I'm not having him staying here.
May I remind you who owns this PA hotel?
You can't do this to me, Dad.
Consider it done. It's an emergency. Come on, Bert.
All right, I'm coming. All right.
Sorry, Arthur forgot the keys.
Yeah. Well, what a state to get into, eh? 3 grown men.
All right, Ray. Don't bang on about it. Hangover is its own punishment.
What did Mum say this morning?
I wouldn't repeat it to young ears.
Yeah, I want him out of here.
Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. He's staying here.
He's not.
He is.
Arthur, I want this old lag out of here.
Ray, Toby has been inside for 15 years. He's like a coiled spring. You need someone to keep an eye on him. Keep him away from the boozer before 9. And don't let him anywhere near widows or post offices.
Why not?
Never mind. If he so much as drops a sweet paper, they'll have him back inside before the ink on his gyro's dry.
Yeah, but Arthur, look at it.
I'm sorry, Ray. I cannot have that on my conscience. For the meantime, I am making you Toby's minder.
He looked after me in the nick, son. I do owe him.
Hello. Stopping out time already?
Didn't Toby look well?
Oh, you should have seen him this morning.
Took me right back, seeing him. Made me think.
What about?
Oh, the old days.
The good old days.
Never see their like again. He was quite an handful when we was at school, you know. The old backhanders. You, Dave, Mickey Carnes. Who was the other one? Jimmy the Jeweller.
I saw him recently. He looks as if he's doing very well.
You know. Oh, Toby told me a very funny story about you lot.
What? What was that?
Well, your mum had sent you out to get a chicken from that Ben Butcher down Arlington Crescent. Wilkins, that was his name, yeah. Wilkes, yeah. And on the way home, you met up with a gang and had a game of footer. Well, when she opened the bag, there at the bottom, there in the bottom of it was a bloody great dead rat.
I remember.
Apparently, your dad wasn't half annoyed.
He kicked me up and down Brentford High Street twice. Oh, that rat.
Dave found it down the drain on the wreck.
That was Dave.
Of course. We can all laugh about it now.
Oh, we do.
He was a case, was Dave. Toby was telling me about the Wolsey as well.
The Wolsey?
Yeah, well, apparently something about you having a Wolsey for your scrap and rag business. Mind you, that's going back a few years.
The old Wolsey. Fell apart on its first outing. Underweight of lead piping straight through the chassis, strewn all over the Great West Road.
Who'd have imagined Arthur Daly falling for a rust bucket like that, eh?
That was on a recommendation of Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Toby reckons he was on a commission from the cellar.
What a card.
Oh, look at that, Arthur. Cool.
How are you feeling?
Bright as a button.
Yeah. You always did have the constitution of an ox. Old toe.
Arthur.
I'm glad we got a little while before we have to go and pick up Ray, because there's something I want to ask you. Do you remember once my mum sent me over to Wilkins, the butcher, to get a chicken, and on the way back...
The rat. Classic, that, wasn't it? Oh, I'll never forget your dad waving that sack around and shouting. Afterwards, I'd never heard before. Or since, for that matter.
Was it old Dave who switched the chicken for the rat?
I'm surprised at you, Arthur. Go to the backhanders.
Oh, no, you're quite right.
No member shall blow the whistle on another member, even if that member's blown the whistle on another member, remember?
Yeah, you're quite right. I won't mention it again.
Oh, blimey.
Tom.
Thanks, Arthur.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to ask you about, do you remember the scrap business?
Oh, yeah, Daly's forgery. Yeah, nice little number.
Do you remember the Wolsey I got for transport?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no names, no pack drill.
Well, it's all water under the bridge, Arthur.
The point is, before you got sent down in '77, we had a bit of business, you remember?
Oh, yeah, what? Yeah, the Esquitoise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Iffy Chippendales.
Yeah.
The deal of the decade, you called it.
Yeah.
I went in for $1,000.
Yeah, no need to thank me, Arthur.
No, I don't think you're quite getting my drift, Toby. How can I put this? What happened?
Hey, it went through, didn't it? Yeah, nice little earner.
But I didn't get any money.
What?
Yeah.
I gave...
You gave it to who?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Arthur. I can't answer that question on the aforementioned ground that it might incriminate a fellow backhander.
One of the gang?
Go to the backhanders, Arthur.
Dave.
There's probably a simple explanation.
Yeah, if only there was, Bert. If only there was. No, I see it all now. The rat in the bag did it. I mean, anyone who can stoop that low has got to have snow water in his veins. I mean, I can take a practical joke, but that could have seen Mum off, the state of her nerves.
It did give her a turn.
And who sabotaged the scrap business with a wobbly Wolsey? I knew he resented my success with a scrapyard. I could tell from the marked manner he had as he stacked the old car batteries. And now this bad business with Toby. Just the latest in a long line of perfidy.
Why don't you go down there and have it out with him?
I couldn't do that.
Why not?
That's against the code of the backhanders. Peaching on each other. I just dropped Toby in it.
I wouldn't know about that. You never let me join.
There you go.
So, cheerio.
Cheers.
I can't taste any vodka in that.
Oh, it's in it, all right. Large one.
Yeah, I believe you. Hello, Arthur. How goes the wheels of industry?
Usual, Arthur.
Raymond, any joy at the garden centre?
Small, basic greenhouse, minimum 250.
Easy terms, hire purchase?
Well, you're joking. They're giving nothing on tick.
Arthur,
Yes?
about that little chat we was going to have.
Little chat?
Remember the letter from my accountant fixing the time of our board meeting? Well, we were talking about you making me a little advance, you know, towards your shares in the club.
You really do have a nerve, don't you?
Pardon?
Nothing. It's of no consequence.
Well, you know what they're like, don't you?
Whom?
Accountants. What do you say?
I say very little, Dave. I trust myself to say very little. But I'll consider it and get back to you.
You all right, Arthur?
Perfectly all right. Though I do find the air a little fetid in here today.
Well, look, somebody's got to make a contribution to this club.
Where you going?
Loftus Road. Home of attacking football. Always did like the Rangers. Ian Gillard, Stan Bowles, Don Masson, Jerry Francis, old Parksy and that.
Yeah, but Toby, there's no game on.
No, I've got to make it work, sir. Maybe you put a bit of business my way.
Well, I'll come down with you.
All right.
Come on in, Jimmy.
Thank you. Are we on our own?
Yeah, it's all right. There's no one here. Go in the office. Thanks for dropping over, Jimmy. I mean, things are a bit hectic. One thing and another. Lucky you. Thanks, man.
I'd have stand still, but that's the luxury end of the market for you. Well, lucky you're getting right now.
Sorry about the cloak and dagger, but heaven forbid Arthur should get wind of this.
I quite understand. This is too important to rush.
No, I think it's going to be of essence.
I sorted out my side of things. How is it your end?
I've collected all the money, Jimmy. I don't like carrying that much cash around with me, so I've made you out a cheque, okay?
Of course it is, Dave. And if it's not, I know where to find you.
Well, thanks a lot, Jimmy. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
I'm glad to be in on it. Arthur won't know what hit him.
Do you follow the Rangers?
Nah, more of an Ivory man.
Oh, I love them myself. Used to fancy myself as a bit of a player once. John O the Wizard, they called me. Inside right. I had trials here, you know. Not the sort of trials I'm used to now, though.
Well, let's hope you've seen your last, eh?
Don't you worry. I'm going straight. I got plans. Nice little drinker. Decent clientele. You watch. I'll crack it.
Yeah, you keep your nose clean. I'm sure you will.
Listen, son. I know you think I'm a bit of an old lag, but I still want respect. So you keep your Sunday school homilies to yourself, okay?
Now, don't get aerated.
Don't come the cherub. I know. Keep him out of trouble. Make sure he doesn't overdo the sauce. Am I right? Or am I right?
Yeah, that about covers it.
Good lad. I like an honest man. You remind me a lot of myself when I was your age. Bit of a lad, few ideas, bit of an eye for the birds, right? Huh? Yeah, snappy dresser. Do me a favor. Don't end up like me.
Yeah, well, I'll try.
Always remember the first rule. Look after your mates. There's nothing worth more than a friend.
The backhanders, eh?
No, not that kid stuff. I mean for real. Now take Arthur. I mean, you look after him and he'll stick by you. He's salt.
Well, Arthur's Arthur.
No, that man's cream and I know what he thinks about you. Make sure you get his respect.
I will.
Albert.
Who'd imagine it? Dave, of all people.
I can barely bring myself to believe it. hell and high water we've been through together. And all the time, he was hiding a black heart behind the smiles. Selling me out behind my back.
But he was such a true friend.
This is what grieves me, Bert. Him, who I thought of as the brother I never had. Well, the other brother I never had. Turns out to be a whited sepulchre, a turncoat. All these years I've been harbouring a sniper in my bosom. I could cheerfully fetch him a poke in the eye.
What are you going to do?
I will no longer break bread with him nor eat of his salt. He's had it in that department. He'll find out you have to get up long before a milkman if you want to put one over on Arthur Daly. Where's Ray?
He popped out for takeaway.
What you got there?
My old photograph album. Yeah, there's some memories here, Arthur, I'll tell you.
Oh, dear. That was it.
Yeah, remember this one? You, me, and Mickey Carnes down at Broadstairs.
Look at Mickey Carnes. Look at that tash.
That was his Clark Gable period, remember?
Yeah. 5'2" of hulking salt.
Yeah, what was that you used to say to him?
You need a girl you can look up to.
Yeah. There we go. You, me, and Bert.
Oh, look at you.
Look at me, look at you.
Look at Bert.
Look at his trousers, half mask.
That's an old pair of mine.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. Oh, there we are, down the allotment, digging for victory.
Yeah, digging for spuds. We had about £50 before the owner turned up. What's that then?
Crazy Golf, Frenton. Me and Dave. Look, haven't we got enough? We're not feeding the 5,000.
Yeah, it just feels like it. He's eating me out of house and home, Arthur. And as you haven't paid me yet, the least you can do is flip and we'll fill me fridge.
How are you supposed to find anything in here?
What's left on the list?
Carrots.
Carrots. Well, hold up.
Sun-dried pimentos. You can find all sorts of exotica, but you want a bag of carrots, you need a scout.
Well, leave it to me, I'll get them. Here, and Arthur, don't move. I don't want to spend the rest of the day looking for you.
Squid in its own ink. Whoa.
Arthur?
David?
Shopping?
Obviously.
So, it turned out nice again.
Indeed.
Listen, Arthur, about yesterday.
Look, I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
What is wrong with you?
East is east and west is west. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I see the celery salt I was looking for. Oh, madam, watch that chicken. It could turn into a rat if you get behind the wrong person at the checkout counter.
Pardon?
Look, he's your best friend. Why all this bad blood suddenly?
There's no suddenly about him. I have discovered nefarious activities going back for years, decades even.
Arthur, you've finally gone.
Gone, have I? There he is, Jimmy the jeweller again. And Mickey Carnes, the fifth backhander. That settles it. What you don't understand, Ray, is ties were forged that mean nothing to your fickle generation. If Dave is seeing Jimmy and Mickey without inviting me, that can only mean one thing: treachery. They are crowbarring me out of the winch.
I don't believe I'm hearing this. Come on, Arthur, you've had enough.
No amount of vodka can wash away the disappointment, Ray. Same again.
No, Arthur. Come on, I'm taking you home. Come on.
Oh, the unkindest cut of all.
Look at you. Watch yourself. Look, you sit down there. And I'll make you a coffee and order your cab.
Oh, okay.
I tell you, between you and Toby, you've got to pull yourself together. Have you given any thought to what Auntie will say when you get back in this state, eh? Arthur? Don't ignore me when I'm talking to you, Arthur. Arthur! All right, drink it. Oh, where's he gone?
Hello? Who's there?
Who goes there? Friend or foe?
It's you, Arthur. Hey, what are you up to? I was just shutting up.
Do you remember the backhanders?
Of course I do.
Do you remember when Mickey Khan fell out with Toby Jug over the football cards?
It was a long time ago.
They wanted to have each other out.
Look, Arthur, it's very late.
But rather than have a punch-up, we invented the ceremony of the button.
Yeah, what of it?
That's for the rat.
What rat? What you talking about?
Don't come near innocent with me. You know perfectly well what I'm on about.
You're drunk.
And you are a swine. But I will be sober tomorrow. And that's for the Wolsey.
Leave it off. This is my best shirt.
Come here, I haven't finished.
I'm warning you, Arthur.
I haven't done the escritoires.
What are you talking about? The Wolsey, the rat, the escritoire?
Selling my shares behind my back, under my very nose.
Get off my shirt.
Give me that button!
Oh, no. You've done it now. You're barred.
You can't bar me. I bar me.
You are bar me. Look, get out of here.
With pleasure. I'll tell you this. You have tilted your lance at the wrong man. You will be in a cardboard box by the end of the year.
And you'll be in a straitjacket by the end of the week.
This means war. You hold the fort till I get there. Yeah. Ta-ra.
Well, that's your lot. It's not exactly a conservatory, but I suppose it's going to have to do.
Oh, nonsense. Look at the workmanship in that.
Is that the stuff under the rust?
A little bit of brasso that'll come up a treat.
Well, that's a hell of a job, Arthur.
Hey, see if you can find a box and some polystyrene bits to put it in. Make it look as if it's just come from the shop.
Rather than straight from the skip, you mean?
You mark my words. When you put a bit of elbow grease in on that, it'll look a treat.
I'll get started then.
No time for that. You're coming with me.
Where to? What you brought me here for?
Raymond, this will soon be the Las Vegas of Willesden. Busloads of punters will flock here. This is going to be the mecca of the smart set from Shepherd's Bush and Acton.
What you on about? This is a teeny boppers drinker. You can't get in here if you're over 14.
Was, Ray, was. Things are changing. Let's go inside.
No, Arthur. There, Arthur, what have you done?
Oh, Toby and me are going into business. I have invested in a surefire winner, Ray.
Invested? You haven't two washes to rub together.
Nah, with a goer like this, you don't need capital. A couple of phone calls and I've been flooded with would-be backers.
Who?
Nobby Green.
Nobby Green, the great white loan shark.
He is a shrewd businessman.
Well, what did you use for collateral?
Yeah, I'm under no obligation to disclose my sources to you.
Not the car front?
Certainly not.
Well, you ain't got anything at... Nah, not the flat, not Auntie's flat.
Look, this is purely a temporary measure. I predict hefty profit within the month.
You're doing this to get a Dave, aren't you?
Nonsense.
You are. You're putting your head on the chopping block just to have a dig at him.
Look, what do you reckon? Frank Sinatra at Caesar's Palace or Tom Jones at the Sands?
Oh, this is a full-blown feud, isn't it, Arthur? Well, I want no part of it.
Oi, may I remind you that you are not only in my employ, but you are linked to me by blood ties. And as such, it is beholden upon you, when the family's in strife, to close ranks. So get your jacket off. You've just been appointed head barman.
No way.
What?
If you want to behave like a vindictive child, Arthur, that's up to you. But Dave's been decent to me, and I'm not doing him down.
Raymond, may I remind you, my enemy's friend is my enemy.
Grow up.
What time's the taxi, Bert?
Oh, God, I knew I'd forgotten something.
Oh.
Well, I was leafleting all day.
I'll do it.
All right, Ray.
Oh, Mum. Dad?
Let's go and polish our
shoes.
If you like.
You haven't reconsidered then?
There's nothing to consider.
All right. Don't get shirty. You're a big lad now. You'll make your own decisions. This is a wrong one, but that's down to you.
Thanks very much.
Be a lot of young people there. What'd you say? Come on, don't be obstinate. Go and dig out a whistle and come and shake a leg with us. Pay you double for the night.
Look, Arthur, we've had our run-ins and we haven't always seen eye to eye. I always respected you.
Right, here we go.
Here we go.
Evening.
Evening.
Good, very nice.
One glass per person now, folks.
Welcome to our inaugural evening. Here, flash your invite over there. You get a free glass of champagne. Canopies floating all around the place. Help yourself. Compliments to the management. Oh. See him. He's a die-hard Winchester man if ever I saw one. Toad, we're on a roll.
Cheers, Alpha.
Saturday night, there's hardly a soul here. There's some kind of curfew in Willesden.
Some new place down the road. Cheaper than here.
Well, there you go, lads.
Good night, Arthur.
Good night.
Thank you for a super night.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Gentlemen, I'll give you a toast. The premier night spot in Willesden. In the words of the poet, we're in the money.
How come we got through so much stuff in one night?
Well, that's the nature of a gala opening, Bert. You bung the stuff out cheap for one night, then hit them with a real price once you've got them on the hook.
Suppose you know best.
Yeah, well, my pocket's not bottomless, so don't go mad in there. Come on, getting out of the way. I'm in a hurry.
So am I.
The rule of the road in here is keep left.
Thought you only understood the rule of the jungle.
What do you mean?
There's a creeper on my patch.
You don't let me pass, I'll call the manager.
Poacher.
Traitor.
Same again?
No, I'm just off.
Where?
Well, I'm going home.
Why? I mean, I'm practically giving the beer away. There's 3 nose bags all over the counter. What more do you want?
The wife's expecting me.
Oh, sorry. Got a lot on my mind, sir. On your way.
Thanks.
Look what the wind's blown in.
Dave, I've got nothing to do with this trouble between you and Arthur.
Sorry, Ray, I'm a bit on edge. What can I get you?
I want the answers to a few questions.
About what?
About who, more like.
Toby Johnson.
Look, I can see you don't trust him, so what's the score?
Cold of the backhanders, Ray.
Come on, give it a rest, Dave.
He is trouble.
Yeah, but he looked after my old man when he was in Nick.
Anything that came his way, your dad paid for with his weekly snout ration. I went acting as Toby's butler. Toby Johnson never did no one a favour for nothing.
Maybe he's reformed.
Can you pluck feathers from a frog?
You must concentrate, Dermot.
2 large scotches, please.
Two large scotches.
Not be feet, Arthur. Now, I thought I was only helping out here. I'm the only one.
Excuse me, I ordered 4 lagers.
4 pints of lager over there.
I told you, sir, the lagers are being changed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, won't be a minute.
Couldn't hurry Toby up down the cellar, could you? How's anybody else for just spirits?
Come on,
Toby, the customers are getting restless.
I do not know what's wrong with it, Arthur. I mean, it should be working. I mean, the heads are tight, the gas is on. Maybe it needs more pressure. See, that should do it.
Dermot, let her rip.
There's still nothing coming through.
Well, you come on down, Dermot. After all, you're a professional.
Look after the bar for a bit, Bert, will you? So no wonder. Here's your problem. It's still on clean. You haven't turned the beer back on. Lager's back on there.
4 pints of lager and 2...
What's that, Dermot?
Take the barrels off!
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Beer's a bit lively tonight. It's a new German premier lager we're testing. I'll have a word with the manufacturers. Call back again tomorrow.
Sitting at a throw party, you know, about
That business as usual tomorrow. First on...
the bill for the suit, Arthur.
Yeah, send me the bill. Come back tomorrow. First one on the house. What a disaster. 23 cleaning bills and 2 of them silk suits.
You're gonna have to employ professional staff.
I can't afford it. You should see my books. They make very dismal reading.
Well, I mean, it's early days, Arthur. I mean, you can't expect to make an instant profit.
Oh, I appreciate your point, Toby. But the problem is we're flogging the stuff cheaper than we're buying it in, which is unsound business, whichever way you look at it.
Well, look, mate, I mean, the point is you've got old Dave wriggling like a winkle on a pin, eh? So you just keep your nerve for a few more days, eh?
No, I've decided. Something has to be done. I'm not sure what, but something. Not bad, Ray. Not bad at all.
I've thought it through. It won't do.
Rubbish. Good lick of paint, it'll look brand new.
I'm talking about you and Dave.
I have nothing to say in the matter.
Sit down.
Beg your pardon?
I said sit down, Arthur! Now, you listen to me. I can't watch any more of this nonsense between you and Dave. You're putting each other out of business. Now, I've had a talk with Dave, and he's prepared to have a meet clear the air.
Never.
Will you wake up? You're spending money like water. I thought you was a businessman, Arthur. Words cost nothing, Ray. Now, who said that to me, eh?
All right. You may tell him that I am amenable to a powwow.
Good man.
But it's got to be on neutral ground.
For goodness sake!
I suggest Carlo's Trattoria in Putney High Street. And impress on him it's business only. Oh, and Ray, check the place out. I want to make him an offer he shouldn't refuse.
Would you like some wine with your vongole? Glass of your house red, please, Carlos.
And you, Mr. Arthur?
I'll keep a clear head.
Very good.
Carlos.
Mr. Dave.
Cancel the wine.
As you wish.
What's on your mind?
A small matter of us cutting each other's throats, vis-a-vis the price war that's broken out between us.
You started it.
The cause is irrelevant. I'm suggesting a ceasefire.
I'm listening.
The solution is simple.
Certainly is. You close your club.
I am perfectly entitled to carve my portion of the market in a liberal democracy.
You have no right to pilfer my trade.
Bickering will get us nowhere. I suggest we stop the price cutting, knock the cheap membership on the head, and finish the promotions.
To what end?
A fair fight in the marketplace. You go your way, I'll go mine. Let the punters decide, and may the best club win.
Fight to the death.
If you've got the stomach for it. So, do we have a deal?
You're on.
What you doing in my car?
It's an emergency. Get in. Come on, hurry up.
Oh, my God. He's had it away with the deposit money and all.
I'm sorry, Arthur. All his gear's gone from the flat, too.
There's no fall like an old fall. Off you go, son.
Yeah, but...
Arthur?
Of all the bars in all of Wilsden, come to gloat.
Not at all. No, I'm really very sorry about all this.
Oh, you win some.
Arthur, don't you think it's time that we got things sorted out?
The Rat,
Toby.
the Wolsey, the Escritoires.
Toby.
Well, he's nothing if not a sharp operator, as proven.
Water under the bridge.
Old acquaintance.
Best forgot. Arthur, what made you think I was selling your shares in the Winchester?
Oh, no, let's forget about it.
Now, come on.
No, I'd rather not say.
Tell us, Arthur.
Well, you and Jimmy the jeweller and Mickey Carnes sneaking around behind my back. Very suspect. Let me in on the joke. What's it all about? Right?
In the back room, Arthur.
Arthur,
Jimmy? Mickey?
take his coat, Dave. We've been hearing stories, Arthur, from Dave. Disappointing stories that are unworthy of an old backhander. How long have we known each other, Dave?
Long time, Jimmy. Long time.
And in all that time, did anyone ever doubt the spirit of the old backhanders?
Never, Jimmy. Never.
What are we going to do with you, Arthur?
It's a shirt button job, isn't it?
All the old backhanders chipped in.
All but one, Dave.
Yeah. Well, let's say this is from Mickey, Jimmy, and me.
Oh, you never.
And a bottle of ruby port from me, Arthur. Congratulations.
Yeah, and here's the ruby-handled shaving brush you like so much.
And me and Dora are going to take you and the wife out for a night on the town.
Here, come on, Ray, let's get popping. Drinks in the bar, everyone.
To Mr. and Mrs. Daly on the occasion of their 40th wedding anniversary.
I hope Arthur's all right. He's had a bad time with this club. He's putting a brave face on things, but he's being very quiet.
He'll be all right, Dad, if I know Arthur.
It was 1953. Edmund was on the top of Everest, a new royal was on the throne, and her indoors looked like a lovely princess in a white silk dress. Do you remember that, Mickey? I had it made up out of that parachute you liberated from the vicar's factory. Come on, Ray, you parsnip. Give us a drink.
All right, it's just coming. Here it is.
Lovely.
There you go.
Lovely. There you are, Mickey.
Cheers. Right, Jimmy. Gentlemen, backhanders, I'd like to propose a toast. Absent friends, long may they remain so.
Hear, hear.